Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 25 of Shattered Earth. Last time, uh, last time, Scholars Marched, aka the party, decided to finish the dungeon, thankfully, and met an AI fucking magical construct that told them some stuff, but not a lot of stuff, and then they exited the dungeon before Starcow got electrocuted. Now he's at 0 HP, lying on the floor of a dungeon.
Yeah, we ended up with him getting picked up by a 10.
Right.
Yeah.
You are alive, and so is Tallerstein. But the rest of you, unfortunately, searching through the journal that you found, are unable to decipher it as of now, and will require the help of the
Mystery Alice.
What was her fucking title? She was etymology professor of etymology. Yes.
All I know is that I distinctly remember that after figuring that out that woman would have to be here, Chance locked himself up in a Galder's tower. So he doesn't have to deal with the lady.
Yes. Virginity intact.
Okay, y'all can gaslight me all you want. Y'all can try and gaslight me all you want. I have a valid reason for not wanting to fuck with that lady. And that is particularly because he fucking just stole my fucking name.
I have a pretty good reason for fucking with that lady, because she stole your name.
So funny.
Like, after that happened, I want Chance wants nothing to do with her. I want nothing to do with her. That was like a super massive invasion of privacy.
Got a 4-leaf clover symbol on the door. Those of you that know.
Fuck you and no.
Wait, what's going on?
I don't understand that reference.
It's hiding in the great fortress of 4chan.
Fuck
Oh, no.
off, no.
Oh, you women are the same. All right.
So
I think I just died a little inside hearing that.
You're welcome.
Because I know people legitimately think that.
Take 2d4 soul damage in real life.
Forgive me.
I don't
More
much,
2d4.
Super quick. Where was Mansell during everything happened with the AI happening? Or
You were there in spirit, but you didn't do too much. I had
Gotcha.
you rolling for intelligence checks to figure stuff out, and I think you helped with one of the riddles that happened.
There was a lot.
You were just kind of there. You were just like, I'm here to roll dice sometimes, and that's basically all you did. And I did a real bad Australian accent for you.
That's awesome. Oh, I'm gonna go back and watch the episode now.
It's terrible. It's my worst accent work ever.
I'm so excited. That sounds
I
awesome.
was not paying attention to it at all.
So
it was terrible. It was great.
It was terrible.
you're
on
using drow accent on a tiefling. Got it.
purpose. He's not a tiefling.
I am a drow.
Okay, never mind. It's fitting because using a drow accent.
There's a drow accent on a drow. That would make more sense.
And he's from down under.
From down under. Alrighty. So yeah, that's where we left off. Conley rushed off and healed you, I guess. you exist now, Mr. Starkout.
Also, I feel bad because we didn't get around to the off session and roleplay for seeing Conley off, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just say that, Conlia has a conversation with you, and she goes away.
Yep.
She has to leave soon after that. She's like, don't
Hey,
touch
whoa,
anything
what
else and
money
kill
is that?
yourselves, because I'm leaving. Fuck off.
And she took the staff of the adder.
no, because we were supposed to present that as a
Yeah,
That's
that's in the
so.
evidence locker. She has to leave without it.
Yep.
Oh damn. Well then, I guess I'll just take that whenever we leave. Dope.
If you give it back to us, yes.
Yes.
Who needs snake staff? Exactly.
So after you guys are healed, quote unquote, Professor Talstein turns to you and says, "You know, maybe that wasn't my smartest idea. Let's try this instead." And he casts Dispel Magic on the trap first, which disarms it. And then he casts Identify. He's like, "Yep, this is definitely a trap that is meant to electrocute and kill whoever tries to get in there. I'm guessing for the redstone that's inside. Good news is it's disarmed now. We could probably break this fucking thing."
Do we know what the stone is?
No idea. I need to get inside to figure it out.
I don't think that's... curiosity.
Yeah, back away a little bit.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm just gonna get out of the room real quick, just in case.
Did Devonta come back to the room after getting carted away?
No.
No, he's still there.
Still
He's
in
still
the
room. He got picked up, and then Conley was like, "Don't touch anything," and then she fucked off.
I could have
sworn we ended up him getting carted with like a med 10 or something.
Talstein reaches out, takes a spell book out, and goes, he goes, "Fuck you, trap!" And then he waves his hand in front of him and casts Shatter, and the glass breaks and shatters into 1,000 pieces. And the red stone is just left floating there in the air, which he goes and retrieves. All right, well, give me like 10 minutes with this. Once we get back to camp, and then I'll let you know what it is.
Okay, let's be very careful.
About 5 minutes later, after you heard the discharge of magical energy, and your Conley rushed off looking all concerned. Starcow comes in looking horribly burnt. Sparks of electricity going between his horns still a little bit.
Smells like roast beef.
Oh, yep. I thought somebody was having a barbecue. My apologies, sir. Are you all right?
You know, you all talk very casually about eating cows around me, and it's becoming concerning.
I mean, I would say that out of character. Chance is in his magic bunker.
You said it before, motherfucker. I've recorded this. I've actually written this down. You've said it twice. And Strovan has said it 3 times.
Sir, I just meant that you smell like a cow because you were burned right now, sir. I was concerned. It's
uncomfortable. Stop talking about it. I am a minotaur. I am not a actual cow that you can cook and eat. Stop. It's weird.
That is quite weird, you know.
It's quite.
I haven't done it yet.
I know. Good for you. Pats you on the head.
Hey, whoa.
You are a respectable person. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you don't talk about eating people.
Yes.
For the record, I would still totally eat you.
I know you would.
Why this guy?
I just figured I'm just figuring after Chance gave Moyle the order to stand guard at the tower, he just fucking just he's still staying guard. He's just calling out at the rest of the group like, "I would still eat you."
For the record, just across the courtyard. You do smell delicious.
Try it. We'll see what happens.
Hey,
I will.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Hey, I'm
Hold up here.
Gonna kill your summon, Bubba.
So, you guys essentially get back to camp. Talstein takes the stone for a minute and sits with it on his lap as you guys do whatever you're doing. At this point, Chance and Strovan are still looking over the book and determining whether they can figure it out. But Talstein comes back and does his identify spell, and he goes, "Oh my. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Well, this is a very rare artifact. Not many of these left around. It's an old affiliation with one of the older gods that we have going on here.
Which one?
Yeah.
Ioun. It's an Ioun stone. Very rare indeed. Very rare indeed. This one in particular does something. I have no idea. Give me a second to remember exactly what it is. As God decides to go through his days, an iron stone of agility.
Can I
Makes you
see
a
that
little
from
bit more
here?
quick on your feet.
Yeah. I 100% trust you, but can I look at it real quick?
Hell no.
Alright. Ow! Ow! Hey, that hurt, man.
No, this one is going right to the college. This requires more study. Perhaps
Yeah.
we can figure out what it's doing in that old ruin and how it survived breaking. But feel free to have at the rest of it. I'm certain there's something there you can use to great effect.
Alright. Got it, thank you. And I will.
Fuck
You know,
no.
Still stinging from that wound.
Every time I do that voice, they just inevitably turn into the fucking wizard from the Silver Court or whatever from the last game.
You dumbass.
Or Victor. Like, every old man is the same fourth wall breaking
That's
crazy person.
Yeah. I want to double check this room for traps, however.
The room that you're in currently, because it's his tent that you're in right now.
Oh, I apologize.
Unless you want to go back in the ruin by yourself.
I wouldn't like to do that.
You should totally check his room
do
for
we
traps.
we have our own like little site, like little portion of the camp where we just like can rest up and chill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tavanta goes there.
Yeah.
It
That's
takes
about,
a minute.
and that area is where Chance is parked his Galder's Tower. So.
Yeah, there is a brand new tower there that's hanging out. You could definitely go and knock on the door of that. In the meantime, as you guys are kind of resting, feel free to take short rests or whatever you need to recover shit. Long rests you can't get until nightfall, essentially.
I will take us.
So go ahead and do your resources for that. After I'm gonna say that like at this point there's not much to do. You've pretty much done pretty much the entirety of the dungeon itself, except for the fountain, which you know requires something to activate. But you're waiting on Professor Reylas to do that. At some point, if you want to, you can go and converse with the arcane computer again. And what you will have discovered is that the computer system only takes 2 profiles. So, unfortunately, you and the owner of the tower are the only ones that can access it. Chance.
Meaning when Drows gets here, Chance will have to leave in order to access the thing.
Or you could just write down the password. Like, you can just give her your password and it'll work too. But they're basically like they can't like make their own profile, so they need you to give them the password, and that's up to you whether you want to give it to them or not.
Chance will write it down, give it to Moyle to give it to fucking Tavanta, because again, he doesn't want to talk to Drows.
Tavanta is asleep.
Moyle, you are suddenly awoken by Moyle stuffing a piece of paper in your mouth.
Fucking, I really just want to attack Moyle. I really just want to fucking kill him. I really do.
I'm sorry.
Do I stop?
Okay, in
Tavanta
fairness,
just
Chance
takes
didn't
the
know
paper.
Tavanta was asleep. Chance didn't even know Tavanta got fucking electrocuted.
Tavanta just looks and stares daggers at Moyle until Moyle leaves.
Sure. So yeah, if you give the password over, then they'll be able to access it.
I do want to have a conversation.
What does end up happening though is because the trap was triggered and because it costs a lot of energy to use, the memory banks of the arcane repository have been completely wiped. It's like you basically take the electricity out of a computer and it can wipe it out. Like that surge of power can just absolutely destroy the hard drive. So, unfortunately, any knowledge that could have been gained from that system is now gone. It's now forfeit.
Nice.
Which means that you're essentially relying on Reylas to glean something from the journal. After about a day, we'll say on the next day, so you guys can take a long rest now at this point if you need it. Professor Reylas shows up at the camp, and she and Professor Tallerstein begin to go over the journal. And you guys would be doing your job most likely, supervising the students during whatever time that they're investigating stuff. Now that they can go inside of the tower, that you can see that they are fervently working to, catalog and do everything from like the stonework to the arcane codex machine to documenting and performing experiments on whatever dried up chemicals and stuff was used to make the potions in the office room.
That's not how you use a brush. Go with the grain, not against it.
Savanta is just watching over them like a father, and just watching the kids running around.
Oh yeah, they are in full study mode. This is the biggest group of nerds you've ever seen in your entire life.
And I worked at an astronomy tower.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible.
Make sure nobody touches or nobody does the dumb thing like the other kids did.
Yeah, well,
like
they were very aware of the problem with the other guy that opened the thing in the first place. So they are ready to go. They are okay with with just taking it cautiously at this point, and they're being supervised now by your group as well as by Tallerstein when he gets a chance. Toward the end of the day, sometime after dinner, you all receive summons from Reylas to meet in Tallerstein's tent.
I'm guessing Chance doesn't go.
Chance will send Moyle. Because thankfully, a fun part about it is that Moyle can act as a go-between.
Somebody's being a coward in their tower. It's fine.
Indeed.
Indubitably. Hi, can I come over there with you?
So most of you gather in the tent, and she's sitting in the center section, which has a table and a number of cushions where you can sit down in a circle around the table. She has the journal on the table in front of her, open to one of the last couple pages. And she says, "Well, welcome everyone. Please have a seat. We have something to discuss. Unfortunately, it seems that most of this journal is untranslatable. Too much has been damaged or destroyed in order for me to use the cipher on it. But the last couple of entries are thankfully intact enough where we can glean a little bit of something off of it." Now,
Also, isn't it a good thing I decided to write down the cipher?
It's definitely
Because
Hey, you're not there.
I'm saying it's okay. Good. Wouldn't it have been a good thing I wrote down the cipher? Because otherwise we would not have been able to save it. We would not be able to use it because it would have been wiped once the trap went off.
Sure. And she has a piece of paper out on the table which reads as follows. If you want to read it from the source, I posted it in Discord. Entry 1, 1754 CA. I have, as of now, filled a dozen journals chronicling the exploits of myself and the other wardens, though for all our adventures, this final journey will surely be our last. There is no way to stop it. The destruction of our world is fast upon us. All any of us can do now is run. It's humorous, or perhaps arrogant is the correct term, that we thought that the four of us could stop a cataclysm such as this. The followers of the Dark One were always one step ahead of us, as if they knew our every move before we could make them. Did the centuries we spent making the world safe just make us more complacent, more predictable? It doesn't matter now, I suppose. Entry 2, 755 CA. Should I fall and my knowledge be lost to time, let this record stand as a method to replace me as a warden of Gul Dagnir. My key lies at the heart of my own personal sanctum, though not on this prime material world. As the quote-unquote flame of ambition, I was the only... It was only apt, that my piece of the key lies adjacent to the elemental plane of fire. The following chant will attune you to the doorway. Find the door and pass the trials within, and you shall claim your rightful responsibility. And then it has a passage in Elven, which reads, Imthir ankeo iul, imguin hiquedo faer, which means I seek the key of embers, I accept this bond of soul. Which is translated graciously by Dryalis. Know this and be warned, to cross this threshold is to commit oneself to it. Once intent is clear, you are bound unto its fulfillment. Mine is the key of conviction, and your doubt will only serve as kindling for your pyre. I go now to my final purpose. And then it has I will, which is crossed out, and then continued with I must be the beacon of hope for the people of this world, for who else but me could do the job. I will be the one to kindle purpose in their hearts. We may lose the battle, but upon our return, we shall avenge our loss this day. And it's signed Reylas Queyland, Warden.
Queyland. That name sounds really familiar. Why does that name sound familiar?
To all of you, it sounds familiar.
Hmm?
Except for to all the moon people, it sounds familiar. Everyone, go ahead and roll me history checks. Who's from the moon?
Gotcha.
Moon people.
Moon people.
My history is a +6, so hopefully I didn't roll ass.
Why did it Why is my thing reset to roll it twice?
Like I said, certain things about your character sheets might have reset and done weird things. You can fix that.
What it is, motherfucker, what it is.
Pretty good. History check, pretty good.
Well, the thing is, it's supposed to roll it. It's queued up to only roll normal. What the fuck? Why did? Oh, I don't understand.
I have no idea. Just roll again.
Want me to roll it again?
Yeah, just roll again normal. Whatever the first normal roll is, the one we'll take.
There we go. It works this time.
Neat.
20.
Nice. We're history, bud.
All of you know. First of all, the name is very familiar. They were not called the Wardens as you know them. They were called the Shepherds. And that is because they were the pilots of the Spelljammer arcs that took the survivors of the breaking to the moon in the first place. Each one of them was a powerful archmage, and Reylas Queyland was the pilot of the Avenger.
No longer alive.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Devonta just nods like he's like he's been reading along, just like
Those of you with 20s, so everyone except for Strolldown, those of you with 20s will get the other 3 names of the Wardens. You can recall them.
Well, time to start opening up my notes. Goddamn.
The other 3 are Aelduin Kurunir, who piloted the escort.
Right.
Cerny Golod, who is the pilot of Sanctuary, the one that the tree grew out of. And the last one was Luth Thulfan, who is the pilot of the other one. What was I wrote it down, I swear. The Sumpter.
The Sanctuary is the one we just wrote in on, not but a few months ago.
No.
That was the problem.
Sanctuary is the one
wrote it
where
on
the
the
giant
Avenger.
tree is. The Sanctuary was the one that turned into the giant tree that's on the moon.
Didn't we come in on the Avenger?
No. You were on a new ship called the Providence.
Right. Oh, sweet. Okay.
Oh yeah, Providence. I even have that written down. What's wrong with me? Can you write? If you haven't already, can you?
He's doing it. So I'll do an
Aelduin, Kurunir, Cerny, Golod, Luth, Thulfan, and Reylas Queyland.
Cerny was Sanctuary.
Cerny was Sanctuary, yes.
Elduin was Avenger, or was that
Escort.
Queyland?
Queyland was Avenger.
Escort. Okay.
Aelduin was Escort. Cerny was Sanctuary. And Luth was Sumpter. Sumpter.
I'm just gonna do this.
Sure.
All right. Jot it down.
All right. So I'm assuming everybody's like faces is like, oh shit, we know them.
No.
Except for Stroven.
Except for Stroven.
Now, people from the planet, which is the other two of you, are either of you proficient in history?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay, so Flamora, you can make a history check as well.
We don't have to make any
11.
Okay. Apart from the name, which sounds familiar, the first name, Reylas Queyland, you don't really. It sounds familiar, like it pings a part of your brain from your studies, but you can't quite remember what the significance of that name is. You just know that it was significant at some point.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you've heard of this individual, you just don't know. You don't know what exactly was his deal.
Okay.
So, technically, in that tower, that's the incantation, that's the fountain. If we wanted the title of Warden, we could go into the elemental plane of fire and pass some trials. Who wants to do that? What's the benefit?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
The book that Professor Giles just read for us. It gives us the incantation. It gives us a task, a set of trials to do in order to, I believe, gain the title of the Warden of Ambition or the Flame of Ambition.
That was a ceremonial title. This individual, this Reylas Queyland, is very famous in anthropological notes. His name is written in ancient texts that we've found in various ruins throughout Rhea, really, throughout the entire planet. His significance as a warden, though, is something that's only mentioned in legends, in mythology texts. Like, we don't know what exactly the significance of that is, nor what Guldagnir is. It appears to be some form of location or something that these quote-unquote wardens would have kept, protected, or facilitated its continued existence. Whatever it is, this it appears this incantation is what activates your extra room below the fountain, I believe is what you've told Professor Tallerstein.
It says, my key lies in the heart of my own personal sanctum. As a method to replace me as the warden of Guldagnir, my key lies at the heart of my own personal sanctum, though not on this prime world. So, I guess my question is, do we want to know? Because this would be a method to replace, right?
I would say the title itself is more ceremonial than anything. It's a way for you to essentially earn his knowledge. It sounds like, in terms of bestowing a title upon you, that doesn't necessarily confer some sort of actual responsibility or power. It's most likely that this was intended for. It was most likely this was intended for a pre-breaking individual, perhaps an apprentice or some sort of acolyte of his. It's unclear.
But if we wanted the knowledge, it wouldn't be pertinent of us to see what's under the fountain?
It most likely would. It's up to you whether you want to attempt this. It sounds pretty dangerous to me, and I unfortunately have class in the morning, so I will not be doing that.
Moyle will kind of pipe up, parroting what Chance is about to say. If this Reylas Queyland is a rather powerful archmage, that is more than obvious given the tower thus far. I don't doubt that I don't think he wouldn't be this precise with his word other being something behind it. I feel like that even though that the title may have originally been more ceremonial, Queyland did not think so. And there's probably gonna be a lot more to it than just an apprentice or anything like that. I believe there may be some possible magical contract.
We could just leave this alone. We could just leave this alone. Like, I know probably Talestine, you won't probably try this. I know the students definitely shouldn't. Is it up to us? We don't have to do anything. I
think it will be best for our own interest to proceed and explore, sir.
Moyle is Chance in his tower.
God thinks so too. Oh, sorry. Yes, he's not here at the moment. Whenever my voice becomes whiny and annoying, that is when he is speaking through me.
Understood. Tavanta goes to the Galder's Tower and invites Strollvan with him, but not the other two.
Before I was wanting to check to see if, because was actually good at this. Check to see if, because with how important this is, check to see if any of the students might be listening, so don't do something stupid.
Roll a perception check.
Oof.
He doesn't see anybody at the moment. Let's find out.
The advantage.
Can my owl run?
Where's the advantage? Oh, because of the shield. Yes. Yeah. Yep. From the shield, for sure.
And he has advantage because of sight and hearing.
Yeah, if you guys are both, if anyone who wants to roll a perception check here to check.
Dirty 20.
I mean, I have a passive of 22. Do I notice anyone?
No.
Okay.
With a passive of 22, though, I will say that, and even the 20 as well, I'll say, as you start paying more attention to your surroundings, you hear this white noise in the background that denotes some sort of spell that's been cast over the area.
If my owl relays that to me, can I do Arcana check to see what the fuck that was?
Sure.
Would I have any chance of knowing what that was? Is it similar to any spells that I know?
Roll an Arcana check.
Wow, my skills are just fucking fantastic every fucking session. It doesn't matter, I have a high score. Just dice fucks me.
I'll take it.
You're not certain the specifics of the spell because it's not your purview as a druid, but what you can glean from it is that the spell essentially makes a an area wherein it is safe to speak without others nosing in on it.
So probably one of the professors casted it or something.
Yes, exactly. And to also in as well, the you didn't notice it before because that white noise only existed when you started paying more attention. So it's like if you're not trying to eavesdrop, you can hear normally, but you don't retain any information obviously when you're doing that. If you're actively trying to listen to something, that white noise gets louder and louder and louder.
Understood.
You all who are in this room are protected from it to a degree,
Bang,
but you can still tell with an Arcana check that something is affecting the auditory area around this tent.
Moyle, actually, before I leave, could you, and I'm sure Chance is listening, Chance, could you have Moyle guard the fountain room?
Well, how about it?
I agree, Moyle. Guard the fountain room.
Well, all right then. We're going on an adventure. Come on, cowman.
No, I will go to the Goldest Tower. Flamora, and Mansell, could you please excuse me and Strolvan for a second?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'll invite Strolvan to come to the Goldest Tower with two Chants.
Strowman follows along.
I do want to double check
Sorry,
something here because this could be important. We shall see.
Moon people only.
In terms of the
Big sad.
did I leave that?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
If the
one of
fountain
us-
room would be too far away for Moyle to be effective, I can just have him stand guard at the entrance to the ruin instead, which is much closer.
Well, I want to double check and see if I took out the clause that has his HP when he's further than 100 feet from you.
And the 38 HP, that is correct if I recall, in regards to his
Yes,
I healed him.
I remember fixing that. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So if Moyle's gonna go into the ruin without you, he's gonna have his HP.
Well, if he's just standing guard at the entrance, would that be too far still?
Yes.
So either way, you might as well have it be in the.
If you go, like your tower is more than 100 feet from the entrance of this tomb. So at a certain point, he's going to have his HP. He's going to be too far away from you. He'll be within 1,000 feet, I'll say. So he'll still be here on this plane. It's just that he won't be at full strength. Like his bond with you will be weakened.
Yep. All right. I'll have him guard the fountain entrance then.
Okay. Have his HP. His current max HP is now half of 38, whatever that is. 19, I think.
Okay, so I imagine how did you have your Golders Tower set up?
It's the first floor is a living space because that was where Chance was going to sleep. The second floor was a bathroom where he was taking a bath before the meeting was called.
Okay, so Savanta does the knock.
Chance will open a door.
Okay, you will, and then he'll close the door, make sure nobody's and real quick before he goes into the tower, make sure that no kid or anybody is watching.
No, they're not.
Strowman follows
They are
in.
busy with their work, taking
Okay.
notes, etc., etc. This is toward the end of the day, so they're probably at camp eating dinner, most likely.
Okay.
There's a few kids meandering outside still doing homework, but none of them are staying inside the thing.
Okay, so I do that, and okay, so we all know that name, yes?
Indeed.
You think we should call
That's not what interests me the most about that journal.
Oh yeah, no, definitely we're going to figure out what happens in that fountain, yeah?
That's not what has the most interest to me either.
What's most interesting to you?
The fact that it basically confirms a theory of a long-running theory that the breaking was intentional, a malicious act, as opposed to just some disaster.
Oh, yes, the Dark Ones. The one who follows the followers of the Dark One.
Which,
It seems that
by the way,
four,
you have
the four
you have zero knowledge of who the quote unquote Dark One is. Like there's
no.
nothing about that rings a bell at all.
Yeah, no, we're not. I'm not. I wasn't going to begin to ask.
No, I want you to know that there is absolutely no chance for a history check on that one. Just cutting that.
Yeah, no, we're good.
I was thinking like,
So the four Wardens seem to be some sort of like heroes of the time of pre-breaking, and like the long-running enemy was people who worshipped quote unquote the Dark One, and that those instrumented the breaking.
because as far as I recall, VG, as far as we knew, the breaking was just a disaster. There was no hint of like some kind of malicious act behind it until now.
Yeah, as far as you knew, it was so the timeline of events leading up to this point was one day the gods spoke through their oracles, and all the oracles started spouting apocalyptic rhetoric, and all at once, like all across the world, every oracle that existed. And because oracles are the mouthpieces of the gods, people listened. Some of them didn't believe it, but most people listened. And essentially what happened was people tried to figure it out, tried to do stuff, and then essentially the oracles were like, you do not have time. Here's how to build an ark and get the fuck off the planet because we're going to try and save you.
And the shepherds were the one who drove those arcs.
The shepherds were the archmages who piloted the arcs and brought people to the moon in the first place. They were not necessarily the leaders. They weren't necessarily the leaders of the people on the arcs. They were just the pilots, and people revered them for being able to pilot a big-ass spaceship.
Okay, I'm going to get on the horn to the archmage down in Providence, and I'm just going to relay information from what we've discovered here.
You know what, actually, do each of you
I'll be right back.
do you have a place, do you know which settlements you all are from? Like, I know Druid Man knows he's from Sanctuary, but Chance, do you know where you're from?
Probably Avenger.
Okay. So, if you want to, I'll allow you another history check to recall a little bit more information about the history of their lives. Post breaking.
You, us, all of us?
Only the people who are from the moon, and only the people who know where their settlement was.
Yeah. Where was my work? I know my home was Sanctuary, but where was the astronomy tower?
In Sanctuary as well.
Okay. I will do another history. My phone is falling. This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
The 12th.
Yeah. I'd figure Avenger is probably gonna be like probably one of the more like arcane colleges kind of locations. If I had to surmise.
Okay, I would like to good roll in combat. Can we not?
I mean, there is a repository of knowledge, but the Avenger, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm gonna go double check my notes here.
To be fair, if I'm wrong, I'm just trying to think like because Chance probably would be in a location where it's a lot of like libraries, academies, knowledges, museums.
Right. Yes, the Avenger carried among its cargo a vast library of information compiled by the oracles before the events of the break-in. So yes, the Avenger was essentially one big-ass library of knowledge. And there was an archive there, which with your 12 history check, you know that Reylas Queyland ran it. But apart from that, you don't really know many other details of his life. There are statues of him spread throughout the city. Including a big ass one in the center of town. So he's a fairly prominent figure, and that definitely rings a bell. But apart from that, details about his life, I can't really remember.
I don't suppose I could have added my profession dice to that.
I think you can. Let me look up the thing for it, because you can use proficiency dice. You can use your profession dice. Excuse me. In certain situations.
because I feel like this is close enough to like a research site scenario where it certainly would have come up in chances learning it thus far.
Characters can add their profession die to skill or ability checks according to any talents they have selected. In addition,
Yeah,
a
and
character always adds their profession die when rolling for profession abilities.
Oh, so I should have been able to roll a D4 for any kind of history roll. Great.
Well, your profession ability is insightful discovery, and then your talent is the other one that you picked.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but I would think this would be enough of a research type deal to add it for this for a diligent researcher.
Again, you're not researching him right now. You're recalling information that you already know. If you want to research him, you could go and find, because remember, Reylas told you she has heard of this person before. His name has been recorded in other ancient texts. If you want to barter for access to those texts, you absolutely can. Then I can count it as research.
Yeah, I need to double check this, see if there was another talent I could have grabbed for this that would have been more wide for just information, this kind of thing. Because it seems like this one is super more niche than I originally thought.
I mean, when you get to those niche situations, you're going to be set, though.
Starkel with a 25.
That's kind of...
Let me go find what's her faces. So you're gonna get information on Cernigolod. Cernigolod was the pilot of the sanctuary. She is very prominent, and this makes sense that you would know this. She was often mistaken for a druid because of her love for nature. But in practice, she was an archmage. She was a gifted alchemist, botanist, zoologist, geologist, and meteorologist.
Oh.
And her name among those that knew her was theologist. just what she was called. Because she was she studied so many ologies.
That's a good.
Sorry about that, fucking telemarketer.
She had a great respect and love for nature, so she was chosen to pilot the sanctuary on its voyage to the moon. And you know that the reason that giant-ass tree exists is because she burned a wish spell to make it so. And in doing so, sacrificed her ability to wish further.
Understood.
She
supposedly...
Hold on, so she supposedly died 450 years ago. But according to druidic lore, her spirit supposedly lives in the tree.
You know we're all about that tree nature spirit shit.
Yeah.
Sir, I find it very offensive just because I'm an elf. Yeah, I'm supposed to know about trees.
No, I was asking if you knew what sector you were in. Because I was.
Do you know
I
which
was
section did Strovan? When you made Strovan, did you like come up with a settlement that he would have been a part of?
On the moon.
Yes. Hold on a sec. Avenger.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a history check.
I believe in you, dog.
I don't. I have been not rolling well.
That's why I'm believing in you, because you're not believing you. I'm gonna believe in you. See?
Oh!
Now it's 20.
Believe in the Star Cat that believes in you.
Yeah, exactly.
I want their social security number. I want their credit score. I want their current known address. I want to know everything.
So this would be about Reylas Queyland. Reylas Queyland was his nickname was the Flame of Ambition, as you know from the text. But beyond that, you know that he was called that. He was essentially the leader, like the de facto leader, quote unquote, of the shepherds, which is how you know them. He was the one who piloted the Avenger, and you know that he died approximately 500 years ago. He was the second of the shepherds to die. He passed away of old age or whatever. At that point, he was a very old man.
If I could get hold if I could somehow get in contact with my parents, they might know more about it, but that's all I know for now.
By the way, also it bears mentioning that all four of the shepherds were elven, so they were very long-lived.
Right.
Mm.
You know, each of them was getting close to pushing like 7, 8, 900 years old at that point.
How old is Strollman?
Old, but not that old.
Oh, I thought you were like 700 something.
No. My parents were, as you know, my family is only known for as one of the current few existing family that could tie back, has root since, well, surviving since the coming over to the Luna. If I could get a hold of them, maybe they'll have more information. But as of now, that what I have told you so far is all I know, sir. And that's only from the
Understood.
records.
And also, again, VG, I'm going to relay everything we just found out about the book, the tower. I'm going to relay all the stuff from the tower to home base.
I would like to suggest
Providence?
Yeah, to Providence.
I would like to suggest we venture and try to take the trial, since this does have a historical significance to our.
Oh no, we are
own
definitely
roots.
doing that. There was no question, my friend. Don't get it twisted.
One concern I have of doing that, though, the precise verbiage that Raylan took. That lends me to believe that it's much more than just a bestow of a title.
Well, I know we all know that it's some extra shit, but let's. We all know it's some extra shit. That's why we're going to investigate. We're curious minds, but we will take it with a large hint of caution.
I believe what Savanta is saying, that we all has our assumption. However, there's no proof, and by going there and exploring, we might find definite proof. I do have one concern, sir.
That being.
What about the others not from our colony?
Well, I assume that we are going to go and we will go and just say, well, we are curious, and we're going to leave it to a vote, and we are the majority of that vote. So either way, if they want to come, they can come. If not, we'll go by ourselves.
Not what I mean, sir. I mean, some of the information could be pertaining to our ancestors that left, and they might prove to be somewhat delicate, if you will understand what I mean.
It doesn't matter. Even if they see the information, if it pertains to us, then only we would know that. They will have to piece it together themselves. We won't help them.
Exactly, sir. I mean, worst comes to worst, do we want to let them have the chance to piece it together, sir? It might not be for the good of the
even
colony,
if they
sir.
quote unquote piece it together, if we don't confirm it, all they can have is just what they believe is true.
It's theories. It's all theories unless we say, hey, we're from the moon and we can confirm all that shit. It's all theories, and theories are harmless unless, they pieces, but they don't have pieces to add.
Very good, sir.
What does Providence say about this?
As you relay the information, you'll receive a message back from the archmage. He says, "A relic of our ancestors. Now that does sound interesting, doesn't it? I would be very, very much appreciative of your efforts to attempt to retrieve whatever artifacts remain, as well as if you could send me a copy of the journal text. That would also be very much appreciated.
Chance,
this
can you
definitely
copy
bears
that?
investigation."
I can copy it down easy enough, but outside those 2 pages, everything's lost.
Understood. We'll get back to you. Right.
Our archive was not wiped. There was so much
Yeah,
more we could learn from.
it is unfortunate. Accidents happen. I have apologized profusely. To be fair, I'm not the one who sent it off. It was Professor Talestein. I did help though, so I do apologize. But we have a chance to find out for ourselves now. So, shall we, gentlemen?
I suppose we shall.
I mean, we are also the senior members of the Scholars March, and Flamora isn't even one of ours. Neither is Mansael. So really, if we decide to go down there, they can just say, well, we want to help. We are the only members of the Scholars March.
There is something that is important to ask about.
Go on, speak. You always say there is something. You always speak in like half sentences. Go on.
Which of us shall bear the title? Because that just which of us should actually claim it once things are done?
Who gives a fuck?
Uh,
I mean, definitely one of us. Definitely one of us three. Like, if it's relating to our people, but like, either one of us can take it. You can take it if you want. Strovan, do you want it?
If I may be so bold, I would very much like to take it, considering it does pertain to the arc ship that my parents were on. It's a rather selfish reason, I understand. However, I would appreciate it if I could.
Well, I don't.
VG,
Sorry, continue.
I was gonna say VG, I can't see from well.
Yeah, I'm gonna reset all of these tokens. Give me a second.
But yeah, well, by that same vein, Strovan, I would also have stake in this because Avenger is my home and it's been the home of my mentor and their mentor before them, and so on and so forth.
Well, then you guys can work it out amongst yourselves. I would just say do it before we go outside. So go ahead.
So, besides, I feel like the flame of ambition is going to be a bit more literal than we may like. And
Sir, wouldn't you be taking on too much on your plate, sir? You are already a lord of the Larashev. And not to mention you have yes, steward of the Larashev, my apologies. Not to mention you also have a map that you want to investigate.
Indeed. Again,
and to be fair, there's no ill will to this. You have made it very clear that the colony is not your utmost, it's not on your top priority.
I mean, but to be fair, Strovan said the same thing, Tavanta.
But Strovan also said that he has reasons to still affiliate and help the colony.
No, so do I. They're just not my ultimate interest and goal.
Which, unfortunately for you, is where I differ. Currently, my well-being of the colony and being fully established as self-sufficient, it is one of my primary goals, just as making sure you are proper steward, become the proper steward of the Larashev.
And also, I will say, again, I guess I'm playing devil's advocate because I don't really want the title, But I don't think this will aid in our colony's self-sufficiency. This is more for research and investigation into our past, especially on pre-breaking. So, I don't know, just another thing to throw out there. It's not really for the colony.
As I said, my reasons are rather selfish. Like I said, Arc is where my Avenger is where my family reside, and our family is only known for one reason, and one reason only at the moment, is that my parents were still alive from the time of when the breaking happened, and we still live on the Avenger side.
I mean, again, I don't know, rock, paper, scissors or something. Like, you both have like decent interest in why you would want this.
Let's see how the trial goes, and we'll go from there.
Fair enough. Let's go. and we all walk out. I make sure to hide my talking stone, and we go back to the tent.
Sure. Cool. So at the tent, rest of you are there. I'm assuming you're fucking mulling around somewhere. Eventually,
Yeah.
you can all reconvene and decide your next move.
I
Hi.
think.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello. I know most of us are very curious minds, and I just had we just had a discussion amongst us in the Scholars March. We'd be very much interested in taking a delve and trying to figure out what knowledge can be gained. If you would like to join us, Flamora, Manseo, we would be delighted to have the extra hands.
I'm a fucking archaeologist, of course I will.
That sounds really fun.
Goddamn.
Somebody's got to open the doors.
Wonderful. I will say it would probably be wise to get all the students who are studying in there out of there, because we are, I believe it said, it's partially in the plane of elemental fire.
Adjacent. To
And all of us, at least I know from personal experience that sometimes stuff in the planes can leak out once a door is opened, and we don't want any of our dear students to be burned to a crisp.
Oh, I thought you were just going to mention the spiders. Yeah, those were pretty scary.
Oh yeah, the spiders were fucking terrifying.
Did
Fuck
you
spiders.
see them?
They were fucking huge. They teleported. Spiders were bad. Teleports. Yeah.
They have no
Anyways,
right to be that terrifying.
fucking insects.
I think I just pissed someone off in a past life or something for that. I don't know what I did to deserve that.
But yes, shall we go?
Yeah, let's get going.
Let's fucking do
Also,
this.
As they go to leave, I came back with Professor Dryalis just real quick. I would love to have another conversation with you if I can, back at the academy.
Come back alive, and we can certainly arrange that.
Absolutely. I do. If we can have more tea, that would be great.
I'll see what I
Also,
can do.
since Chance has to be in the same room with Zurias, he is quite literally on the opposite end of the tent from her.
Do you two have like a history or something?
Yes,
you're
it
right.
is.
sir.
Just perhaps a major invasion of my privacy that I'm still quite sore about.
What happened?
Yeah.
I guess Tavanta joins them at this point.
Chance will just give a look at the professor and just say, "Oh, I do believe I don't need to explain it any further." And he
I will
just
if I-
is glaring daggers.
Would somebody else want explaining? Because now I'm just curious.
She made them say a name that he didn't know that he made them say.
Sir-
He made them say a name that he didn't know.
So I don't think this is. I believe this is a private affair, sir.
Oh, Tavanta just said it, so.
Also, Lord Sir Chess, if I may point out,
If you bring up anything regarding my marital status, Strovan, I will quite literally just leave and say, sod all of this.
what I meant to say is in a proper public setting, even though you may not like the person, you may not try to show public disdain for them in the future reference. It is not good for your public image.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have invaded on my privacy then.
Being
Hey,
petty
ladies,
is
can we wrap
also
this
not
up
a
and
good
go
thing.
into the elemental plane of fire, please?
Yes, it does sound quite fucking rad. Let's go to fire plane.
I'm very.
Yeah,
Yes.
that does sound really cool.
Just the three of us are like, this is really fucking cool. Why you guys doing this? Come on, let's go.
I just imagine Professor Jess has like a fucking smirk on her face. Because Chance was saying this directly at her. Just like, yeah, you invaded my fucking privacy.
She doesn't look very smug.
I do apologize for my Lord Chance's behavior, my lady.
Does or doesn't look smug?
Does not.
What do you mean? Can I do it, Brianna?
Oh no, it was referring to like Strovan saying like Chance yelling at Strovan like, "Don't you dare mention my relationship status." I was like, wait, can I do it? Am I good if I do it, or like is that like topic no? Is that like is this like a no go? Is this like?
It's more of the fact
knows
that
that this
Strovan
sounds
won't
like fantasy.
shut up about it.
I mean, everyone knows at this point that Chance can get laid, so let's just go. Come on, it's useless knowledge.
Yes.
No, you don't agree with him. We're just ganging. You guys are ganging up on him. I'm not doing that. I have faith. I have faith.
Okay,
Well-
let's go meet up with Moyle, get this trial underway, and get this sorted.
Well,
Wait,
his faith couldn't be more displaced.
I just had to worry. Chance, can you still sense Moyle on this physical plane?
Yes.
Can he?
Can you what?
Can Chance still sense Moyle on this physical plane?
He's standing right next to you, so yeah.
Oh, I thought he was in the room.
No, I thought we were in the tent still when we were talking about this.
Yeah, you were in the tent still when you were talking about it, and now you're headed to the fountain. I was just putting you around it to prepare for the next part.
Okay.
I think Tavanta asked that question while we were in the tent discussing all this.
Oh, it's fine. Well, we know Moyle is here now, and I can't see a goddamn thing. Oh wait, no, I see. Thankfully, the little fountain has glow.
Yeah, I think you might have jumped the gun a little bit there, VG, with moving us all there because we were still talking in the tent.
I still see the-
I'm on a public map still.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
I'll just reload my page.
It's
Oh.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Reload if you don't see the ruin still, because you are surrounding the fountain currently on the player page.
Got you, boss. All set. So like,
So,
yeah.
which one of us wants to speak the thingy?
Sure. That sounds like fun.
Go ahead, Monte.
Fucking do it.
All right. Whoa. So, sorry. Give me the page. What am I reading?
This right here, the thing in Elvish that I can't recognize because I don't speak Elvish.
Open Discord and say the words.
Shoot. I uninstalled that app. I got a life. I'm sorry. I'm lying.
Well, having a life is overrated.
I seek the key of embers. I accept this bond of soul.
Mhm. That's the translation of it, yes.
Forgive me. Where is this in general?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in general, it's the big ass block of black text.
Second entry below the first paragraph.
I seek the key of Ember. I accept this bond of
soul.
Bond of soul. I accept this bond of soul. I seek the key of Embers. I accept this bond of soul.
Cool. Nothing happens.
What the?
Might I try, sir?
Go right ahead, man.
I tried the same thing, just in Elven.
Yep. If you say the inscription in Elvish.
Yes.
The minute you finish the last word, a small, slight orange glow appears around your body, like the halo of light around a campfire, and the light on the fountain. If I can fucking access it. The light around the fountain turns to a soft orange color.
Ooh. Can we all say it?
Sure, you can all say it. You just
Ooh,
I
I
have
say-
to recite it in Elven. So. I'm waiting for one of you to
copy
read it
it.
in Elven. Come on, guys, be nerds.
Fine.
Look, I
I'll
have
do
a
it.
speech in.
Fine,
Look,
I'll do it too.
Look, motherfucker, I have a speech impediment. I couldn't say it in if I wanted to.
Liemthia akeu yemgien hi gwelho tia.
Close enough. In fear an keo iul, in gwyn higuedo fear. Fire.
In fear and key. I'm not even.
In fear and kill you in green
I mean,
fear.
Come on.
Yeah, close enough.
I have an excuse. You are drowned.
You
You
try
feel-
doing it with this voice. You try doing it with this voice.
Yeah, that.
Fine.
I
Elvish in
can't
an
read the
Australian
general.
accent. Imagine.
I'm fair and keen.
Okay. We all say it in Elven. Let's go.
Yeah. So that, again, the same halo of orange light appears around all of you, and the fountain. You can feel the whole structure begin to rumble and shake. The fountain begins to drain out of the bottom as a staircase forms itself out of the stone, sinks into the ground, and forms the spiral staircase from which the water is draining.
Well, in we go.
Into the tower.
I'm
Or
not
down
first.
the tower.
Someone else.
I'll go first.
Some of you are going to be in the void here for a second.
Whee!
Before we go further, would you mind giving more a bit of a touch up the distance between us?
Savanta has a shield, right?
Who?
Savanta has a shield, right?
No.
I got a
Yeah.
shield.
No, yeah, I
Moyle
was
is
thinking
still
most
at
be up
19,
front.
yes. No one's bothered to heal Moyle, so Moyle is still at half.
Oh, who needs heal?
We took a long rest.
Well,
Moyle
it's
doesn't heal and rests.
You gotta
You
mention this to me
Oh,
before
God.
rest, dude.
Wait, do you need
I-
healing, man? I got you.
no. Can I explain why he's at 92 HP now, please, without getting interrupted for the 5th fucking time? Thank you. His health got cut in half because he went more than 100 feet away from me.
I was about to say that you gotta mention that to like, if you should mention that before we went in, like taking an hour, because then I could use Starry Form Chalice, take an hour's rest, and then get my wild ships back. That's what I was gonna say. Calm down.
Well, I'm sorry, but if I get cut off so many damn times, I'm gonna get a little bit annoyed.
Okay.
It was not an attempt made. He's asking for it now, because if anyone wants to heal Moyle, you certainly can. Otherwise, we'll move on.
It would be for our interest to make sure Moyle is effective.
Say, cool if I heal you?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Gonzalo.
Put your hands all over me.
And that's fine.
7 points of healing.
Alright.
Why is it always with me? It's only me.
No, it's also
It's also what's
on.
It's only the people that are affected the most by it.
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's my favorite thing in the world.
You're very
One of these
Alright,
days, one of these
alright,
days, I'll
that-
stop reacting.
That boosts in the 26. That should be enough.
Okay. So it looks like I'm not gonna need dark vision, which is dope.
Did I have the lighting set up correctly?
Yeah, that's what I was asking, because if you had a shield, I was just going to throw it on your shield and so you could see.
It's good. I don't have a shield. I have a staff. and
I
that's
mean,
about
there could be the fact that Moyle has his jack lantern lit now. They said the command word, so there's that light
Whatever it
source.
is. So as
Oh,
you guys descend the
one-
staircase, you arrive at a large iron door from which light is pouring out from underneath. The door has arcane. It has a magic circle pentagram engraved in it, and as you approach, the first one to approach it, it takes the aura off of you and infuses it into itself. And as it does that, the door swings open.
Oh.
Before you is a large stone doorway, open and swirling with a what looks to be a small sandstorm beyond the portal. The ground out here is absolutely covered in dust and sand, and that's what you see before you. You can see that there's a soft, glow of light from beyond the gate as well that's illuminating the room.
You know, just real quick, Moyle, can you come here for a second?
What?
This may feel weird, but I have a feeling I want you to be a bit more protected.
Oh, I'm touched.
Hold on, I have to do. Huh?
I'm touched.
Well, I'm gonna have to, because that's how this spell works. I'm gonna cast Mycelius Growth on.
Ain't gonna lie, I heard silliest growth. I was like, what?
I'm gonna cast
Mycelius.
I'm gonna
Mycelius
cast
growth.
mycelius growth, my craziest growth. No, it's mycelius.
What I said.
Mycelius, not mycelius. Mycelius. Which one are you
No,
using?
Which one? I thought it was. Yeah, one of the following effects. You get a +1 bonus to your AC and resistance to non-critical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So, laying your hand on Moyle, you watch as this like spongy, yellow and blue fungus begins to crawl up his arm and over his torso, his other arm, and his lower body as well, providing him protection, magical.
Remind me, the acid on Moyle that lowered his scale mail's AC by 1, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'm replacing.
he was at 17. He goes down to 6. Then he goes down to 16 with a -1. Then he goes back up to 17 for the mycelius growth. Okay.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Because for some reason the sheet had him at AC 13, which is wrong.
Yeah, I don't
I will
know how that
have
works. It does weird. It did weird calculations. But yeah, if you set it to whatever number it is, it'll update it on the sheet. If you do it from the token as well. So cool. So there you go. Moyle has his protection. That's concentration for an hour, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna put this on your token.
Thank you. I shall.
I'm gonna cast
Alright,
Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
I basically have a gentleman's agreement with VG that I will always count myself as having one spell slot less than my full on my first levels, and just say that I've
Yeah,
always
just 'cause
had.
you're casting
I
Mage
always
Armor
cast.
every morning. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, there you go. The portal is
So
before you.
what you're saying is you're touching yourself first thing in the morning.
Yes, all the time. Every day.
Can I check? Can I make a quick Arcana to see if it's just is it because it's just a fucking
Sure.
gate, not like anything else?
Not a super hard DC. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm also trying to make sure if there's anything outside of what's visually obvious. Fucking hell.
Not to your knowledge. Looks like a gate.
Yep, all right.
It's a fucking gate.
Once more to the breach. In chance
And
hops, and Moyle follows.
So should we
Chance
not check
Moyle
for
disappear
traps?
beyond the sand.
Wee danger.
Flamora also disappears beyond the
not.
sand and is not visual anymore.
Oh, I might as well go because they need me, and I go too.
So, one by one, you're engulfed by swirling sands, and when you arrive on the other end of this portal, you see before you a vast desert landscape ringed by mountains. The temperature here is swelteringly hot. It's incredibly hot. We're talking like 110, 120 easily. Survivable, but
Taking off.
not comfortable in any sense of the word. Off in the distance, probably a mile away from you, you can see that there's some form of stone structure that rises above the horizon of the dunes in front of you.
Interesting.
As the last of you crosses the portal, your auras are removed, and the door behind you shuts and vanishes from sight.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That is
believe
very
this is
unfortunate.
one of those die. It's either succeed or die.
I guess we better succeed then. Come on.
What was the text?
Failure is literally not an option. Let's go.
To cross this threshold is to commit oneself to it. Once intent is clear, you are bound unto its fulfillment. Mine is the key of conviction, and your doubt will only serve as kindling for your pyre. You were warned.
Yep.
Yep.
We do.
So
I
I'm
read
gonna,
it.
Indeed warned.
really quickly, before we get into this, because it's going to take a little while, I'm going to pause the recording, and I'm going to mute, and I'm going to go to the bathroom, because I need to before this starts. I don't want to pause this. So give me a second. I'll be
This
right
is
back.
going to be a slog, my man.
Good luck and may this forever be in your favor.
Okay,
Thank you.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Get this shit
Oh,
started.
I'm sorry. I need a roll a thing for today. I'm sorry.
Roll your thing. Do whatever you
Give
need to
me-
do. 'Cause we're about to enter this thing.
Yeah. Is that even or odd?
Odd.
It's odd?
It was a 3.
So we got woe today instead of wheel.
There you go. Let's go here. Go to my notes on part 2.
Here we go, motherfuckers. Get ready to fucking die.
Okay.
I'm not dying again.
We're gonna
I
fucking
refuse.
Alrighty.
No.
So,
I have more health than Moyle. Shut up.
Vast desert landscape, structure about a mile away from you, ringed by mountains on either side, and a swelteringly hot, perfectly clear blue sky with the sun overhead.
At least it's picturesque, you know?
This is, by the way, a sky that you've never seen before. Like, you have not seen a blue sky with a sun since you've been alive. All of you.
None of us technically
I
have.
only have heard this in a myth. I mean, in the books.
Dang.
Forgive me. So there's sunlight in this area.
Yes.
Pain.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're all fucked.
Yep. Direct
Ah.
sunlight. This is something that makes you especially very uncomfortable and something that you've never felt. Because normally the sun is blocked by cloud cover on the surface, or you're living underground. So you actually are probably the first drow in a while to experience sunlight sensitivity.
Yeah, he is not enjoying it naturally. Just wiping his
Oh.
eyes.
It's okay. Do you want to use my
okay.
coat jacket as cover real quick?
You know what? Sure, yeah. Anything to get this shit out of my eyes.
Devonta will take off his top coat cover and just drape it over myself.
Oh, what a gentleman.
It's not going to do much, but
Eh.
in terms of
The
mechanics,
thought
but it's the thought that counts. Yeah. Man, you should.
I'm gonna lie and say it's helping.
You should
I'm
have.
gonna lie.
You should have ordered a dark mantle hat for him from the other guy that you helped out.
I mean, true.
Alrighty, cool. So, what do you guys want to do? You're standing where the entrance once was, on a small stone platform.
I'm still on the entrance.
Yeah, I know. This is a theater of the mind thing. I'll move you to a map. when we
Got
get
it.
So we
Do we see anything in the distance?
Yeah, we see the stone building, the structure.
Yeah.
Well, let's get
Let's-
moving.
Let's
Do
this.
you think we want to be extra cautious?
I mean,
Yeah.
don't we always want to, sir?
Well, that would mean I take the mycelius growth. How did you pronounce it, DG?
Mycelius growth.
I mean, I would have to take off the mycelius growth off of Moyle and do pass without a trace.
I don't think pass without a trace is gonna work in a desert well.
I mean, there's dunes. It was just an off.
That was
It's
out of
literally
character.
It is literally we are being flashed by the sun, which I have never seen before. Neat.
Yes, it's quite. Ouch. I shouldn't look at it. Okay, I'm back at looking back towards the structure.
You can look at it? How did you get that far?
So I'm not the drow.
Oh wow! Hey, that's not funny. That is not funny.
It's just curling up.
Then
like
why are you
fucking
laughing,
Gollum.
Matsuyo? Why are you
Can I
laughing?
make any kind of roll to see oh wait, yeah, Drow have this thing where intense light actually fucks with them.
I mean, that's just common knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Drow do have a weakness to intense light, so.
I hope I know this. I hope I know this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're
At least
aware of
how
it. It just
much-
hasn't been a thing ever.
Yeah. You know, obviously I knew that, but it's like, shit. This is what it's like?
Oh man, I guess VG, that thing I was talking about, that would be kind of detrimental to some people in society now, huh?
What thing? Oh yeah, that
remember
thing.
the-
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Probably.
Man, that would really suck.
What really
That's-
sucked
yeah.
them.
Magic's trying to
Oh,
learn
well.
sunburst just
On-
right next to me.
On the other hand,
Fuck.
the guy. Remember the guy that you did the dark mantle thing for?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's business is gonna be fucking booming, and every Dark Mantil's gonna go fucking extinct.
That's true. It's fucking true. So see, it's a win-win. I don't fuck all of the Drow over.
Because I
Just the
don't,
one
I don't remember if I
just
told
the
you, but
one.
I guess I can tell you. The that little side quest was for that guy to complete an experiment wherein he creates a new kind of magic item that helps Drow with sunlight sensitivity. So
Yeah,
essentially,
no,
he
I'm gonna
creates
be
a
in
magic
big-
item that's basically a wide-brimmed hat made out of dark mantle skin that casts shadow over you in a way that prevents sunlight sensitivity from happening.
We'll give you his number.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go and buy one of those later. All right, cool.
Oh,
So-
for real though, I'm gonna fuck over all the Drow in the world. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so like I said, stone structure in front of you. What are you guys doing?
Oh, we go towards the stone structure.
Yeah.
Which one? I see 3.
So you begin to laboriously make your way across the desert sands. And as the stone structure grows closer and closer in the distance, you begin to see a large sandstorm form in front of it and begin to move toward you.
Okay, that's everything in this game, huh?
It
Yeah.
grows closer and closer and closer until it forms a wall of sand as far as the eye can see directly in front of you. And it just swirls there.
So, did anyone else prefer Dispel Magic or just me?
I am familiar with the spell, but I don't have the ability to cast it. Yes, sir.
I
Uh,
can't. I don't prefer spells, and I don't think I even have to spell my spells anyway.
I
I
don't.
don't
I
go
don't
on
have it. I don't have it in my spell book, so no.
Okay, just me then. Can I ascertain that this sand wall is magical, or is it just an effect of this place?
I mean,
Like,
normally a normal sandstorm, 1, isn't this big, and 2, doesn't stop and wait for you.
so I'll go ahead and like point like at a space like where we like dispel it to where we could just walk through it,
Sure.
and I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, roll for it.
Oh dear, sweet Jesus! What do I do? It's that plus. It's a D20 plus my
Plus your wisdom
my
modifier.
spell. Wisdom fire was
Yep, that
is
one.
plus 4.
Plus you?
Plus 5. Yep, D20
Plus 5.
I would think your wisdom's plus 5, right?
My wisdom is 18 out of 20.
Oh, then plus 4.
Plus 4 is a number
17.
which
17?
17. Yeah.
17.
You attempt to cast Dispel Magic on this force, and the sand doesn't move. Whatever spell cast this is, have a higher level than what you could have handled with that casting. You're gonna need to try a
Okay,
little bit harder.
this is some high level shit. Oh wait, fuck! I am such a dumbass. Hold on, let me read something in story form, since I'm the only one who could fucking do this today. It would be all of my 3rd level spells. Okay, fuck it. Is this a check or a save for it to do that?
It's a check.
I burn a wild shape and I go into story form dragon.
Oh, okay. So this time
And,
a constellation
when-
that you guys have never seen him use, I don't think, before.
Nope.
You watch as like this, the starry form takes over him once again. His skin becomes emblazoned with constellations in the shape of a serpent of some kind with big leathery wings.
And so while this is active, whenever I make an intelligence or a wisdom check or a constitution saving throw, I can treat a roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
Okay.
I thought you were about to say 20. I was like,
No, that would be too OP.
So the minimum
Not
I can roll
yet.
is 14.
The minimum I can roll is 14.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to dispel magic once again.
Okay.
So that's automatically a 14.
Yeah.
So no.
Once again, the magic doesn't seem to take hold, and the sand wall remains.
How tall is this sandstorm wall?
Infinitely tall.
Fuck.
I don't think we're gonna be able to
Do
climb
we-
that, can we?
Do you want me to try one more time? This is about as big as a spell I can
No.
do for the moment today.
No,
You're good.
I think we better off trying to brave it.
You want to brave that?
I
Do
think
you
it
see a
might,
better option?
it might be part of the trial, sir.
Fuck me. Have
I'm
Moyle
good.
go through first. Have Moyle go through first, and he can tell us the effects.
Moyle and Chance are both guys walk through the storm.
Do it, Moyle first, you stupid motherfucker.
The Moyle and
Chance
Chance disappear beyond the sand wall.
Chance cares too much about Moyle. Like sees him. Like
Moyle is an extension of myself.
Tavanta gives no fucks about.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Chance and Moyle have already gone.
Got it. I didn't know if they were actually going. He was just worried about him.
Yeah, they disappeared behind the sand wall, and you can't see them anymore.
Sorry, I
I'm gonna
genuinely...
go. Oops. I'm
Oh,
gonna
just
go
kidding.
into the sand wall.
Okay, Flamora also disappears beyond the boundaries of the sand wall.
I yell across the sound like, everything okay?
You receive no response.
Most-
None of you hear anything on the other side.
Oh boy.
I follow in. Oh dear, here we go again.
Fucking hell, it is too much blind trust these days. Tavanta walks into the fucking sand wall.
Cool. The Monsail is just left standing there.
Guys, did you guys leave? Ah, shit. Alright. Walking through.
Third level spell slots on.
So, as you trudge your way through the sandstorm, it doesn't seem to bite and sting as hard as nearly as hard as you thought it would. And after a short time, you all emerge on the other side of it unharmed.
Oh,
What the fuck me?
that wasn't nearly as unpleasant as I thought it would.
I do have sand in places where I would not like to have sand.
I'd like
Same.
to press the digitation and get all the sand off of me. I know it's a 5-foot square, so I'm gonna
You
take
can
time
cast
to
it
do it.
multiple times as you're walking. Cool. So as you trudge forward,
Chance will presto himself and Moyle too.
I will also presto myself.
fair enough.
And
Well, I guess
and
the only one who
Devonta.
has-
It's a cantrip.
Thank you.
It's a cantrip. You're good.
I prestited you.
Everyone's cleaning
It's rather effective spell, sir.
Indeed.
Considering one does need to look presentable at any given time.
He looks to Chance.
Eh.
I don't think I give a shit about my appearance in the elemental plane of fire, but the sand is uncomfortable.
Adjacent to him, to plane of fire, not actually in it. Otherwise, we'd all be, on fire and burning to death.
You guys would be dead.
Well, it's like just flames because I thought there was like just
No,
molten rockets.
It's a desert. It's a desert with rocky outcrop. It's very similar to this, except that the elemental plane of fire is like, if you go there, you need to have elemental protection on you of some kind or resistance to fire. Otherwise, you're going to take damage every like 6 seconds.
Right.
SPF
Isn't there like a-
5000.
Isn't there like a city of brass in the fucking
That
Elemental
is the
Fire?
main city.
Where they-
yes.
Yeah.
City of Brass is where Freedy are from. All right, cool. So as you guys walk forward, the stone structure growing closer and closer. Eventually, you come to the foot of it. The stone structure itself is a massive sandstone building with 3 sets of staircases out the front of it, but only one large entrance about 20 to 25 feet tall and about 20 feet wide. You can also see that flanking the doorway are 2 massive stone statues, also about the same size as the doorway, about 25 feet tall and 20 feet wide, and a number of smaller statues that appear to be made out of some kind of blackened stone in the shape of anthropomorphic, like a humanoid body, but with the head of a dog of some kind, that are standing with staves essentially like spaced out along the lip of the main edge.
So we all
Okay,
know.
okay,
that
Is he holding a fucking
right?
kopesh?
Not a kopesh, no, it's a staff. It's a staff with like
Wow.
with a fanned blade on the end of it.
Oh, is it fucking? That could be one of two things: either Anubis or Nasus.
I mean, if you want a comparison, it's Anubis.
We
I
all know
was
those
keep on
statues are
making
going
here
to come to
the
life,
mummy
right?
reference, but God.
Yeah.
All those statues are going to move. We're going to have to fight those statues. We've done this enough. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Is there like a plaque or anything?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have to fight them. It's gonna be like some riddle that if we get wrong, they come alive and kill us.
Well, as you approach, here's the map there for you. As you
Ooh,
approach,
that's
awesome.
as you approach the plinth, the statues slowly, each of them, turn their heads toward you and raise their staves in defense. They all, at once, simultaneously drop down off of the ledge and stand ready to fight you. And now we need to roll initiative.
Oh, wow.
Said the thing and the thing happened. Also, I can't see.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Give me a second.
That is your trial. You cannot see. You
How do
must
what do you
protect
mean you can't
yourself.
see?
I can't see.
Your token has sight enabled. I don't know what that means.
It's black.
What the fuck?
Just
Yeah,
because you have the sight enabled doesn't mean they could actually see. You have to actually enable vision.
I can't
Yeah,
I can't
that's what I-
see
that's what I
past
have.
here anyway. It's supposed to be like bright light. So why does it feel like I'm in a dark place? Because
You
it's like
know,
dark vision.
I'm not sure. Oh, because daylight mode's not on. There we go.
There we go. I can see things now.
Yeah, I thought it was something to do with the
Yay!
I could see
You can see
clearly
clearly now
now.
the rain.
Oh,
Get out of my head,
God.
Chance.
Got him a fucking hand, man.
Fuck
I love
off.
how we both start singing at the same time.
Well, because we both knew it was just that easy. Like, it's not that we were into it. It's like that was literally the easiest joke possible.
I didn't take it
I
because
still stand by my statement.
Okay.
Hold on, I
one
had
in
to read.
Ignore the one in the bottom right corner. That's just there to hold initiative. Okay.
Hold
They're saying,
on.
they're saying if we kill that one, they don't have this one anymore. So they just stand there with a wheel on them.
Flamora is the first to go.
Hold on, I didn't roll initiative.
Oh. Well, you should probably do
Oh
that.
shit! I forgot to roll for Stoneway.
It's my phone. It's glitching. I had to reload.
It's fine. It's all good.
I'm sorry. I swear, if I get a job that can pay significantly more than what I'm making, I will get my own fucking computer.
Why did
Promise.
Strovan roll twice? Oh, because.
For my owl.
Sorry, hold on. Let me. I'll do it again. Give me a second. I have a token for the owl that has HP.
I brought the token out for owl and clicked on it.
Never mind. We're good. My bad.
Didn't it take?
I thought that because the owl usually I have a token set up for it, but I guess I don't right now for some reason. What was it? 20. What was it?
2013. 20 is period 13.
Okay, I'm good now.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, yes, Flamora is still first in initiative.
Okay. Damn. So many things. I'm gonna shoot it with magic missile. I'm gonna shoot this one.
All three?
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
That is 12 damage.
Cool. 12 points of damage to that one. 12 points of force damage as the missiles slam into it and chunks of its body begin to be thrown off.
Okay. And I fly up 20 feet and turn.
Okay. Do this.
Wait, what? You fly?
She has wings.
Yes, I'm a winged tiefling.
Okay. It is the
How did
owl's
I
turn.
miss what?
She has wings, bro. She's a flying tiefling.
I didn't know tieflings flew. What?
To be
Actually?
fair, it does look like a cape when it's folded up, but yeah.
What tiefling are you?
She's a winged tiefling from Skag.
Edna said no cape.
Yeah, no capes. It's the owl's turn.
Hold on.
I was going to give a help action to Strovan and his turn.
Where is the owl going?
Right next to him.
The owl can't give you the help action on anything attack-wise unless they come into range of you.
I know.
They both have to be within 5 feet of an enemy.
I know.
You might want to move the owl up one so it's next to you.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Archmoyle is up next.
All right. As you recall, I did say the command order was set, and he hasn't undone it yet, so Armstar's on fire.
Yep.
Swingy, swing, swing.
Slightly.
Swing, swing, swing.
14 misses. The other 2 hit for 11 and 9 total, so 20 points of damage total. Cool. Next up is the Guardians. So, this one's going to move 8 speed. What are the speeds, by the way? 30.
Oh, okay. Variant. Cool.
Down there. Down there. Down there. That one's going to attack Moyle. 15. 20. Okay. Alright, each of these makes 2 attacks. So, we're going to go from left to right. Chance, you're first.
I'm just gonna preemptively shield.
Okay, so 24 and 15.
Yeah, so hit miss, I take 12. Oof.
Okay, second one, 2 attacks. 7 and 24 again for 9. For Moyle, 20 and 13 to hit.
Hit miss.
Flamora, 23 and 20.
I'm 20 feet. How's it?
You are correct.
How's
never
it
mind.
reaching me?
That one's going to move to Stroll. It can't hit you. So 23 and 20 for Stroll.
Shield.
Okay.
So, no.
For Monsael, 22 and 20. And for
Shield.
Starcow, fair enough. For Starcow, 20 and 22.
Cool. It's fun.
So that's 5 points of damage each. I need you to make 2 con saves.
I have, so I can't roll below a 10, so I automatically pass.
For a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration.
Yes.
Okay.
It says specifically in stuff. I can ping it if you would like.
No, that's fine. I was just making sure that's what that was for.
Yes. So that's the only part to that Constitution. That's the good part of Dragon that I never use.
Fair enough. Alright, that's their turn. Tavanta, you're up.
Tavanta is up. Tavanta is scared. Tavanta wants to move the fuck away.
Yeah. Keep it going.
No, that's
They
all I
are
got.
nice and lined up for me, so once I hit my turn, I'm about to do something fun.
I'm looking at my spells, and I didn't prepare well for today, as I have mentioned. And this one's next to me, correct?
Mm-hmm. It slapped you across the head with its bladed crook staff.
I cast Thunderwave at 2nd level.
Sure. That'll hit 2 of them.
In front. I'll hit 2 of them good. 2nd level. Hopefully that was Thunderwave, which I just cast.
We'll see in a second.
Did
They
they
rolled a 19 and a 13 on their con saves.
13 doesn't pass.
Okay.
Well, you know,
Cool. So 14 points of damage. Halved is 7 for the first one. And
is that the one in front of me?
oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Doesn't Thunderwave? No, Thunderwave doesn't work like Shatter. Okay.
No.
So they still make their save with advantage. Second one is the one that's in front of you, so that one takes full damage. So that's 14 points there. And that
And
one is
then I'm
pushed 10
going-
feet, 15 foot away, 10 feet away, 10 feet away. So that one's
10
over.
feet away. And with it 10 feet away, right? gonna fucking move. I can't seem to. Oh, that's why. Because the fucking initiative tracker was in the way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away.
Cool.
Oh, actually, that would be better.
Sounds good. Strovan, you're up.
Blade song and try to hit it.
Cool. By the way, if you Talestine said you could keep treasure, so I'm assuming you're using your +1 rapier, yeah?
No, I did not. I'll just in a second.
Yeah, add that to your sheet because you can keep that. Put the Detroit Red Wings signal on you.
I'm gonna do Booming Blade.
Okay.
If my sheet want to fucking cooperate with me.
Cross our fingers that it works and you can actually attack and that'll work. Cool. So 5 and 4 is 9 points of damage.
No, 10. 10 because +1's not included yet. But
What?
I couldn't put the +1 yet.
Oh. I mean, just go into the compendium and drag a +1 rapier onto your sheet, and it'll do it automatically.
Too late. I'm already fixing it.
All right, whatever. Cool. Sick. Awesome. So that did 10 points of damage to that guy. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Action, bonus action. I don't want to fucking move away, so no, that's it.
Cool. Alrighty. Monsiel, you're up next.
Gotcha. I'm gonna use my action to summon an Eldritch Cannon, tiny. I can drop him down. Hell yeah.
No, the one that I do has health bars.
Oh, gotcha. Ah,
You can put that one next to you, wherever you want to put it.
gotcha. And I'm gonna here and then use my bonus to fire. Does it count when it fires, or do?
Well, place it where you're going to place it first, because that matters for
I understand.
advantage 6.
Would I still have line of sight if I go here?
Yeah. I just say, like, if you put it next to something that's hostile, it's going to be disadvantage on it ranged attacks.
Gotcha. Good point. Thank you. Then I'm gonna fire at him here. Would that count against my racial? Would I have disadvantage on this attack roll?
No, this is the cannon itself. The cannon doesn't have sunlight sensitivity.
Cool. I wanted to double check that. Thank you. And
Cannon is
Where's
not
Melissa?
a drow.
hope not.
Yeah, 20's going to hit for 7 points of force damage. Sounds good.
Or is it?
I'm gonna push it back 5 feet as well.
5 feet, so boom.
Is it if the creature is the target is a creature? Oh, it just is. It always is. Cool. That's gonna my turn.
Yep. It is an action to summon that thing, right? Not a bonus action.
Action to summon it and bonus action to fire it.
Got it. Chance.
All right. Ah, I got pushed away. Why'd you guys keep break the line? Ah.
There's still
Dicks.
one
Because
line you
it
can
was
do.
beating.
If you
It
wanna-
was beating on my ass. That's why. Fuck you.
If you want to try and take an attack of opportunity, you could move to this space and get 3 of them in a line.
How would I get 3?
If you move down here, you take an attack of opportunity from the top one, but it would technically make a line from here to there. If you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hit me. I still have 20 AC.
It hits 20 AC.
Of course.
7 points.
Oh, wait, no, it's my turn. I'll actually give myself resistance to that. And Moyle gets 10 HP. Fuck you.
Okay.
And a guy take 3. He gets 3 temp HP.
I feel like that was very hostile.
It was.
All right, and lightning bolt.
6, 6, 3 points. Dex saving throws are good. So 3 at advantage. A natural 20.
Ooh.
Okay, so 2 successes and 1 failure. We'll go left to right in terms of where I rolled those. So the first one fails and the second 2 succeed. So the guy right in front of you, poignant enough, takes 29 points of lightning damage. The guys behind him take 13 points of damage. Oops.
Yeah. I basically just point my fingers at them, like to my index and middle finger at the center guy. Puts a hole in his chest because it's a contract. It doesn't care.
Exactly. Does not care. Still
Put a
wants
hole-
to kill you.
Put a
but
hole
it's
through it
very
and-
hurt now at this point.
Yeah.
Cool. Top of the round. Flamora is up. You good?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
were roboting for a second. I was like, what the fuck? Alright.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt on this guy.
Okay.
One moment.
I believe in you, Flamora.
You do?
I do.
Oh.
Nice. He's dead.
That belief was well founded.
Look, I tell you, you guys just gotta believe in yourselves. You'll get the bats, dog.
Okay.
Every time I've said I believe in you, it's been a natural.
Should say that more often.
Well, I don't always
That-
believe in you.
Fair enough.
Dang.
It's true. If it was a lie, it'd probably be a natural one.
Exactly. I have to actually believe in you. It's the trope.
Alright.
Mean it from the heart.
You got bonus and movement. What else are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stay where I am and enter.
Okay. Owl.
Caca, bitch. A hoot.
Why did I laugh at that? Why?
Motherfucker.
Help action and this turn.
Okay. Moyle.
All right. Because help action. I assume. Swing with advantage.
Yep. First one's with advantage. Okay, that's enough to kill that one.
All right, neat. With Moyle's movement, he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and swing twice at the guy in front. Chance.
Okay.
Swing there 2 times. These are normal rolls.
It's a miss. And the second one's a hit. That does enough damage to break it and kill it. Cool. That's Moyle's turn unless you want to put him another 5. You have another 5 feet, right?
I do.
There you go. Now it's the Guardian's turn. It's a good thing you put him in between you because he's going to attack Moyle. 22 and 13 to hit Moyle.
Hit miss.
10 points of slashing. Next one is going to go for Monsiel. Actually, and this one's going to go... It's actually going to go here and smack you because it has a reach with its staff.
Yes. Oh, go fuck yourself.
So this one's for Monsiel. 16 and 11.
Both best.
And for Starcow, natural 1 and 7.
Holy shit, I was about to say you have to roll astronomically low to miss me, but you got it.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, you're not within range to make a reaction attack against it unless you have Warcaster.
no, I don't.
Okay, that's their turn. Starcow is up.
Starcow is up, guiding because. Okay, so I'm in his threatened radius. Does that mean my a range attack would still have disadvantage?
You have to be within 5 feet, not within threat range.
5 feet. Okay, I'm gonna try a guiding bolt at the motherfucker in front of me.
Okay.
This is one of my free ones for the day. So it's at first level. Did that roll?
It will eventually. Just give it time. It takes a minute to go through.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 hits for 17 points of radiant damage. Sick.
I'm sorry, that's just a 15. I didn't toggle off the bless from before.
15 is their AC, so you still hit.
Okay, let me just take off bless for now. Sorry.
Any movement?
He would get a reaction on me, right?
Mm-hmm. If you move any further
I
away.
shall stay right where I am.
Cool. Strovan, you're up.
Strovan is gonna go try to flank. I know it doesn't do anything, but you know, rudimentary. Then try to poke it with his rapier, and it has a modified into +1 now.
Which one? Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
Booming blade.
Yep, that'll work. Okay, so total of 13 points of damage. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Is that your turn?
Movement, action. I really don't have anything I want to do with the bonus action, so he's going to twiddle his thumb for the bonus action and this turn.
Alright. Playing hands.
Important,
So,
he's twiddling his thumb.
Moyle, you're up.
Yep. We will do action. I couldn't action fireball.
Swing the sickle, try and count the sickle.
Oh, we're getting the fight! No. First, bonus action, fire the cannon.
Okay.
We're getting the fucking sickle kill though, team.
Do it.
11?
11 misses.
Yes.
Gotcha. Then we're gonna swing the sickle with disadvantage.
What? So, it would hit, but he's going to use his reaction to parry it, so it doesn't hit.
Ah.
You are no fun.
First you
GG.
got.
No, VG, I told them about the sickle in my inventory and how it's my goal throughout the campaign to get one kill with it. Just one kill.
Alright, fair enough.
I want you to know, if you would have hit, I would have used woe to lower your attack roll.
Okay, there's Chance's turn now.
All right.
Do something useful, please.
Damn.
I didn't mean it like that. I was just like, I have a big stone bat asshole on my tail. I'm like, please help.
Can I firebolt that guy? This guy?
Yeah, you can.
Because firebolt has a range of 1.
Aim back.
Welcome back.
Certainly.
Thank you, Mr. Chance.
Yep, undo it. You're fast. Oh,
Yeah, it's advantage.
yeah, he's dead.
Let's go.
Wait, why do you have advantage?
Guiding bolt hit him.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, you're dead. He's dead.
Whew.
Cool.
Now, thank you, Chance.
They're welcome.
This is called teamwork, kids.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Alright. If that's all for your turn.
Wait, we're
Flormore's
making
up.
teamwork right now?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
I'm gonna go shoot this guy.
Okay. Nice. He's dead.
Good hit.
Mm-hmm. And end turn.
Owl. Stroll back.
Yeah, Snowy is going to go give the help action to the next person, but everybody's fucking far away from the target.
Except for
Well,
Moyle.
Moyle's next. Who's the one next?
Hey, Moyle.
Owl speaks to you.
No, Owl is speaking in Owl, so he doesn't understand that people can't understand it. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. And this turn.
All right, Moyle's up next.
Moyle attacks the bird. Le bonk.
Le bon.
Le bonk. And le bonk.
The first two kill him, so it's dead.
Alright, that kind of sucked.
The third swing just takes off the thing's head.
Sure.
It's a bit overkill.
Off with his head.
He uses the two swings from the flail to knock its knees off and leave it like stumpy, half buried in the sand. And then he brings the flail down on its head one final time, crushing it to dust.
I wonder how the pumpkin doesn't break, but the statue head does. It's a strong pumpkin.
It's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's only magic. So far, magic can go with its bullshit. Come on. Anyway.
Alright. So, with the Guardians destroyed, you are free to make your way inside the sanctuary.
Do we want to touch up real quick, or are we good?
I could use some assistance.
I said I would have been interesting to study those statues.
Well, you can study the crumbling remains.
It's not the same, but yes, I will do so anyway.
I like to try to, put whatever is the most put together one and try to salvage it if it's possible.
I mean, you can take pieces of it if you want to. It's crumbled into inanimate obsidian. So if you want to add that to your sheet, you absolutely can.
Obsidian salts.
Add as many pounds of it as you want to.
I mean, it's obsidian. It's gonna be useful either way.
Could be.
At least.
I'm gonna touch
Yes.
myself.
Obsidian can't be one of the sharpest materials ever.
I meant for spell components.
Also. Okay, let me just my doorbell's ringing. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, they finally brought the right package, so we're good. I will plug that in after the session.
Yeah, you've missed an episode.
Clearly, it's a good thing I wasn't recording that. I'm assuming.
Yeah, don't worry about it. There's evil twins and.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in that universe. All right,
It was
anyway.
it was like the fifth time they've given Chance shit for his
Virginity.
lacking romantic life.
No bitches.
This is not the fifth time. There were so many more.
No, it's the fifth time this session.
This session, yeah. I'm keeping a tally. All right, cool. So,
Chalkboard. Yeah, what's up?
so what you see when you enter the chamber? First of all, it is
Give me 1 second.
far cooler
I
in here
can't-
than outside. It's much more
I
comfortable.
can't see anything past the tears. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, you might not be able to see because you have bad vision, but the rest of you with dark vision should be able to see fine.
I see perfectly fine, actually.
There you go. All right, cool. So in this chamber, first of all, it's very cool. You're out of the direct sunlight, so that helps you a little bit, Mr. Drawman. And what you see is a rectangular room with a closed iron door at the end of it, with 4 other doors, 2 on each side, as you step into the room. Someone cast Cure Wounds. Starcow cast Cure Wounds on somebody.
I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, so no, that would be a no.
Well, we do have a potion of what was it? Superior healing.
Yeah, you do have that if you want to use it.
Let's
We
We
not.
want to
yeah,
save that.
We have 2 of those and Chance is at 10 HP.
Oh,
Chances at 10 HP. What happened to fucking Chance?
He got
Hold
fucking
on.
whopped, dude. He got fucking whopped. He got smacked like twice with the crookstaffs.
Oh my god. Hold on. Just,
That's why I
Fucking-
asked.
no. Use this one of the superior potion. I'd rather you use the consumable than a spell slot right now.
too late.
Damn it!
9 points of healing to Chance.
I don't listen to anyone.
Alright, and that
I guess
means
you
Chance
really
is
are
currently-
stubborn as a bull.
That means Chance is currently healthier than Moyle, so no one complains. Gotta give Moyle the potion. Well, because we have 2 of them.
I would rather we save a consumable for if someone goes down and I'm out of spell slots.
Fair.
So, because I can get spell slots back. Potions we have to buy more of that cost money. So I'll throw a level 1 to Moyle. He gets one less than you got at second level. I fucking hate my healing in this game.
Okay, chance at 19, Moyle at 22. Can work with us.
We can, and we shall.
Cool. Alrighty, so you have it before you. Chamber is there. The 4 doors, by the way, 3 of them are closed, and one of them is open. The open door is on the bottom left.
Can you all fill into the room a bit? I'm stuck back here. Come on. Fucking you motherfuckers.
Inside of the open room, you can see a statue holding a brazier, which is currently lit. And at the base of the statue, there's a lever. Pull lever.
Are the rest of the doors locked?
The rest of the doors are locked with no discernible way to open them.
It wouldn't be as simple as just
Curiosity, does the statue have a plaque at the foot of the statue or something?
No, it's a statue holding a brazier. It's about 10 feet tall. The brazier is currently lit, and at the foot of the statue there is a lever, which you can pull.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Emperor's New Groove.
Do you want me to cast Mage Hand into it?
That would be amazing.
Yeah, probably a better idea. I don't know. Let's just walk in and do it.
I want to cast Mage Hand and attempt to pull the lever.
The mage hand, try as you might, doesn't have enough strength to pull it.
Fine. Well, if it's a fire trap, I'm probably the best suited to do this, unfortunately.
Or Moyle, because he's definitely stronger than you.
He does make a point, sir.
And again, I know you hate to say it, but Moyle is expendable.
It's
Fine.
Part to say such a thing, but it is true, sir.
Moyle, pull the lever.
Okay.
Thankfully, Moyle also has fire resistance.
Yeah, that's also, it's come on, man.
So Moyle
I know you
pulls
care
the
about
lever.
the demon fuck buddy.
Moyle pulls the lever, and the door behind him closes. While the door on your upper right opens.
What's in here?
And there is another statue with another lever. This time the statue is not lit.
All right, I see. I need to know what to do. Over our mental connection, I'm going to tell Moyle to put the lever back where it was.
Okay. The lever goes back to where it was, which means that this door closes. And this door opens. And the light turns back on in this room.
Did the fire go out when Moyle did it, or no?
Yes, Moyle would have told you that.
Okay. I'm gonna go pull out a unlit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pull out an unlit torch. Cause I think I have a torch or two.
Sure.
I hand him one if he doesn't have any. I throw him from my backpack.
Yeah, I do. I don't. So yeah, I'm gonna need that one.
Here you are, sir.
I'm gonna light the torch in the fire in the brazier.
Okay, torch is on fire.
Step out. Moyle to the lever.
Okay, Moyle pulls the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Wrong lever!
This, yes. So this line, I have to draw the door every single time to make it work, but that's fine. That's fine. Ignore that. Boom, and actually, I don't know why that's the case, Oh, I see. I see what we're supposed to do. The brazier is lit. Actually, I'm sorry. When you go in there.
Oh well, then can we walk back the thing with the torch? Because I thought it wasn't lit.
Sorry, I had to check the token for it, but it does have light emitted, so yes, it is actually lit. It's just the statue doesn't look like it for some reason. I didn't put the lit statue there. Unless it's. Hang on, sorry. Let me double check something, because if it's. Did I do this with it? Give me a second. Ah, okay. I see. Gotcha. So I forgot that I did this thing with it. So which door is closed? Moyle's door is closed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so his light is off. I forgot that I did this multi-token thing with it. So it is off actually. When the door opens and you go in there, it is off. And then if you do stuff with it, then it's there.
I'm gonna put the torch in the brazier, see what happens. The lit torch.
The lit torch does not light the brazier. There is nothing in there to burn.
Can I craft some like flowers or just like some like mulch or something for it to burn?
You can. You gotta go in the room.
Sure.
You gotta go do that and then leave. You can. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm going to
throw some kindling in there, and Chance lights it on fire, and it burns away slowly, but nothing else happens. Eventually, the fire goes out.
Well, I was saying while the fire was going, I was gonna pull the lever.
Oh yeah, sure. If you want to pull the lever, go for it. So while your fire is burning, the lever is pulled, and the door closes on you. This thing, the brazier turns on in your side of the room, and with that lever pulled, the door below it opens.
Flamora, you want to go in there with that one?
Sure, why not?
Why
not?
Friends.
Oh god, what the fuck? Okay.
Is the one in that room fire lit?
No.
But the one in Chance's room, fire actually lit up like the other one once he pulled the lever.
Yes.
But when he pulls that lever, what happens to the fire in Moyle's room? Nothing. I see.
As a note, because you have the message cantrip.
I know.
I'm just saying,
assuming that one of you can do the communication thing.
Yeah. I know.
Here's lit.
Flamora, if you want to just pull that lever and see.
I'm gonna pull that motherfucking lever.
Okay. The brazier turns on. The door closes behind you. And both this door and the other door open.
It's one of these fucking puzzles.
Okay, yeah,
I hate it. I guess Monsael is volunteering to go in there.
Oh, you know what? Sure. What's the worst that can happen? They said, if this spot is in this room, don't be afraid to light me on fire.
What?
What?
I don't know.
Remember last time? Last time I entered a room by myself and there was a spot.
Are you pulling the lever?
I'm pulling the lever.
Okay. Alright. Brazier on. Door closes. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Excuse me. Dynamic lighting layer, please.
Defeated by a puzzle yet again.
Can we look this one up?
That is the only door that's affected by you pulling that lever.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Moyle's is still open. So Moyle's lever affects top.
Get back in there.
Sorry, no,
Moyle's room.
I genuinely couldn't move my token.
Moyle's room affects top, right. That room affects top, bottom right. That room affects both of the right door, both of the left doors, and that one only affects the top left. Oh, I'm assuming we want them all lit and open. Is Moyle's room lit right now?
No.
No.
Right. So, fuck. The only
Moyle?
problem is Monsael's room lit?
It's lit, dude.
Yeah.
So the only problem is that when Moyle's room is open right now, right?
Yep. His room is open, but his light is off.
Right, but his lever is in the switched position.
Yeah. His lever did not move.
What happens if Moyle hits that switch again?
Well, we'll find out. Most good. Well, plus the switch.
Sick.
Because that would relight his fire.
It lights his fire and closes his door.
Closes his door, but all the fires are lit.
And Chance's door opens.
But all the fires are lit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we want all the doors open, or do we want all the fires lit?
And this big door isn't open, correct?
No, it has not moved at all.
Is there any writing on that door, or is there like...
No, it's just it's a solid stone door. No conceivable way to open it.
Okay, so we know for a fact, we know right now all of the fires are lit.
Yes.
Maybe the goal isn't to light all the fires, it's to extinguish all of them? But no. Nothing so far that has been pulled has extinguished the flame, because it started out... No. Oh, my head hurts!
Okay, so are all the fires lit right now?
Yes.
All the fires are
All
lit.
the fires are lit
Okay.
right now.
So should our objective be to try to get all the doors open?
I suppose.
Something I want to try. I want to try to see what happens if we flip all the switches at once.
Okay. So
We'll flip it back to their original positions first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
all those
means...
touches.
Oh my god, my head hurts. I'm gonna go take a piss. My head hurts.
So, I'll give you this. If you try to move all the levers at once, it's not going to work. One lever has to be pulled at a time.
okay.
So you'd have to decide in order in which they are pulled.
Okay. Could we reset it so like all the doors are
Back where they were.
Yeah, back
All
where they
those
were.
are back.
Here, you want to back up in time real quick?
Yeah, a bit.
Back up in time.
Well, not back up in time. Just like after we figure this out, we're gonna reset everyone, and get out of the way the fuck to go.
Okay.
Let's
reset the
do
puzzle.
the time warp again.
Cool. Okay. What was the first switch we pulled?
Bottom left.
So bottom left. What did that do? That opened.
It extinguished its fire and then opened the door at the top right. Flipping that switch lit that fire and opened the bottom right door, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't able to see that.
Yeah. So if you want a direction to which these things work, so you can figure this out now. This door opens this one.
Forgive me.
This
Are you
door
marking things?
opens this one. This door.
I think you're on the wrong layer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the dynamic lighting there. You are correct. Give me 1 second. So this door here goes to here, which then goes to here, which then goes to both here and here.
And then this one, or the leftmost, just goes back to itself, right?
Which one? This
Or
one?
top left. The top left one, yes.
Yeah, this one
just goes
only
back.
opens and closes itself. It has no effect on the other doors.
Okay. So because these, basically this one's gonna open this one and this one.
Mm.
So if we go, which of these are naturally opened?
This one is the one that's open right now. At the beginning of the puzzle had this one open with the light on.
So do you guys want to try to have all the embers on and all the doors open? Because what I think we do here is basically
Well, we
activate
tried.
Mhm.
Well, if I recall, we tried it where we got all the doors, all the beacons lit.
Mhm.
But that didn't do anything. So maybe we need to turn them all off.
So far, you've tried all fires lit, but not all doors opened or closed. You have not tried all fires off, door closed, or all fires off, doors open. You've also not tried everything on and open, or everything off and closed.
Okay. That's why I'm suggesting we do all fires on and all doors on or open.
That's a thought. Well, my thought process was, if it's linked to the fires and if the fires are all out, that might just cause doors to open on their own. If the you follow?
Not really.
Well, because once the puzzle's completed, it might just open the doors anyway. If I'm saying it's tied to the fires, the status of the doors might not matter. And then once the puzzle is completed.
I get you. I just assumed that it would want the embers open, judging by the whole theme of the dungeon and everything. So that's why.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm
So
saying, let's try to get door. Let's try all the fires, all the doors. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So.
All right, tell me in order.
So we, way I'm thinking, open this or hit this button.
Okay, so Moyle closes.
Yeah. So bottom left. I'm thinking bottom left, bottom right. No.
And then we go, and then it's top right, because
top
that's gonna
right.
open this one.
So when you do that, give me a second.
Mhm.
Dynamic lighting. Door opens. Sconce is off.
Oh, did the bottom right turn off the fire in Chance's room?
Bottom left. When the door opens, the fire is off. Well, I reset the puzzle for a reason, so that you guys can start from fresh. So
Yes.
when Moyle pulls the lever, the top right door opens, and the sconce on the inside is off.
And Chance pulls that lever.
Okay. So then this one turns on, and his door closes. And in return, this door opens. With
Okay.
the
I have a thought. Before Flamea pulls the lever, I want Mo to pull his right quick, just to test something.
Okay, so Moyle pulls his lever. The light comes on. His door opens. Your door opens. And your light goes out.
And then I flip the lever again.
Okay. This door closes. The light on the inside turns on, but you can't see that because the door is closed at the moment.
Well, I thought we have someone in each room, so that way we can message back and keep
You
everything.
probably should, but no one's moved.
Yeah. I thought Flamora went in there. I can't see that, so I didn't know.
Would you like there to be someone in the room?
Yes.
Okay. Who wants to be in that room?
I'm
Alright.
gonna play safer and put my owl there, and you could talk to me telepathically.
But we need somebody able to pull the lever, and the owl can't do that.
Give me a call.
I guess I can.
Yeah, I'll go do it. Or not.
Flamora said it first.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Flamora's in the room. When you pull the lever, the door. I don't know the state of it. The door closes and the brazier turns on.
Hmm.
So my fire's out, her fire's on, Moyle's fire is on.
And your room and Moyle's room is open at the moment.
Flamora pulled the lever.
Pulling lever.
Your door opens.
Oh.
This door opens. Moyle's door closes. And your
Hey, I'm back with that.
Your brazier goes out. Brazier on the inside of the top left room goes on.
And Strovan go in that room.
Moyle's
No, I got-
brazier goes off.
Me
Alright.
and Savanta staying in the middle just in case we need to, stay safe and heal somebody. I guess.
All right. Now here's gonna be the bit that I think is gonna cinch this. I'm gonna step out.
Yes.
Maxwell, pull your lever.
Pull my lever, Kronk.
Your door closes.
And I assume the light goes
This
out inside.
one- Yeah, light goes out inside.
Because the only ones that are reliant on the other ones are the top right, bottom left, bottom right. Bottom right can affect top left, but the top left can't affect any other ones. Now, Flamora, pull your lever.
Pulling.
Okay. Your sconce turns on. This sconce turns on. This sconce turns on. On the door side, your door closes. This door opens. This door opens.
Okay. I think I can sort of figure this out. Now, all these doors are open. Three of the four doors are open.
Mm-hmm.
My sconce isn't lit. Moyle's is. Flamora's is, and the top left isn't. Correct?
Top left is lit. Oh no, it shouldn't be. Sorry,
close.
I just forgot to do that one. My bad. It should not be lit.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna have Moyle flip his right quick.
Okay. So drawing the doors closing goes there. Closes this one. And go to here, go here. This one turns off. This one turns on.
Oh shit, that one wouldn't let mine. Because Flamora's is off, right?
Flamora's is on.
It's on right now?
It's on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Because here's what I think we need to do. And I'm not sure how we need to do it. We need to get the top left, bottom left keyed up to turn on when she flips that switch. They need to be off and doors closed, so when she flips the switch, the brazier lights and the doors open. The thing I'm trying to figure out is because I need to get to where my brazier is on and door open when she flips the switch. When she flips her switch, the top right door did open, correct? I'm not coming from wrong, VG? It did it not open? Or did it open?
When she flips her switch.
Yeah, when she flips her switch, did it affect mine?
No.
Just to double check.
Her door affects the top left and bottom left.
Okay.
You know what? I'm sorry. I am dumb. I was not reading my notes correctly here that I left for myself. It's very vague. I literally have blue arrows drawn all over the place to show which things affect which, and I neglected the one that opens the other thing. So let me reset the puzzle and try this again, because I made a critical error that's gonna fuck with you guys. Because I was trying to figure this out. I'm like, why isn't it working? Okay, give me a second. Let me reset it. Okay. So this door is closed. This door's closed. That door's closed. This door's open.
Wait, why am I in the center?
I dragged you out of the room.
He's resetting it.
Yeah. This is actually going back in time now, because you would not. You have the wrong information, and that's my bad.
We're doing the
In
time
another
warp
world,
again.
this puzzle was a lot harder than it should have been. Okay, all right. So, zooping back in time. Bottom left door is open, brazier lit, the other ones are closed and off.
Pull the lever.
Okay. One more time. Once into the breach.
One more time.
Just gonna move this there. Should just move these doors around to be a lot easier for me. Brazier on. Brazier off. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna go in there and pull this lever.
Sounds good. This door opens. This brazier is now lit.
Wait. I thought mine wasn't lit when I first pulled the lever. It lit after it was pulled first time. Or did I misremember?
Yes.
Or is that the fuck up?
It was off when you entered the room when it opened for the first time, and then you pulled the lever, it turned on, and the door closed.
Alright. Then why did this brazier light up when he pulled the lever? Is that because was that the correction?
No. So Moyle's lever, it closes his door and turns his fire off. It opens your door and turns the fire off. When you go in there, it's off. When you pull your lever, it closes your door and it turns your fire on. It opens Flamora's door and turns hers off. Now this should be off. I don't know why it's on that. Unless I think I was assuming that she was pulling that lever, but it should be off when you go in there.
Then Flamora goes in, pulls the lever.
Okay. Brazier on. Lighting. That door opens.
And this is why I let actual smart people out of character
Your door
do all
should
the
be
puzzle.
Closed, so that should go there. Okay.
And I pull my lever.
Yours is on. Hold on one second. I haven't done the tokens yet. So this one turns on. Moyle's turns on. Okay.
Alright, so we have everyone open but Flamora's, correct? All of them are lit, I mean.
All of them are lit currently,
Including Flamora's.
including Flamora's.
Alright.
So
Manswell, pull your lever.
I pull my lever.
Door close. Brazier off. Get it to do that. And here's the critical bit of information. Flamora's turns off and her door opens. That is what I fucked up on.
Okay.
Oh, so the top left isn't isolated
Yes, it's
in
not
actuality.
isolated. Yeah, that's my bad. I
Okay,
didn't read the backward and forth arrow, but there you go.
So if I flip mine, oh wait, no.
Alright, Moyle's gonna flip his.
Okay. To close his door. And change his brazier. Fucking damn it. Change his brazier to the off position. Your brazier changes to the off position.
And door opens, I assume?
And your door opens, yes.
Alright. I'm gonna throw mine.
Okay. Your door closes. Closes. Flamora's closes. And your brazier turns on. And her brazier turns on.
Mansell, pull yours.
I pull mine.
Your brazier turns on. And your door closes or opens, depending on what I actually have there. Your door opens. God damn it. Door opens. Flamora's door opens. And her statue turns off.
Moyle's gonna pull his again.
Door opens.
And then I'm gonna pull mine.
Again, sorry, statue on. Yours would be in the exact same position right now as it was if you pull yours after that.
Oh, dude, that's not the solution. Because I think we need to get all these synchronized, so that way when they turn on, the doors open instead of close. So we gotta get them all kind of sequenced right, and I think I might fuck that up.
Yeah, kudos to you, because I'm still lost at what you guys are trying to do, and I just don't get it.
Same.
Well, because we're trying to get all the torches lit and all the doors open. And in order to do that, we need to get it so that whenever someone pulls their lever, it's when their door is closed. So that way it'll open the door, because with, like, for example, with Moyle's, when he pulls it, it turns his light out and closes the door. We need to get it keyed up to where his light will turn on, and his door will open when he pulls the lever. And in order to do that, I need to have mine, because I'll turn his off and close his door. Well, and then Flamora needs to pull hers. Actually, no, I think Moyle needs to pull his, then Flamora, and then Manswell, and then me? No.
Okay.
Here's what I'll do.
So, yep.
If I'm gonna give you guys 5 more minutes to finish it. If you don't get it in that time, I will have whoever wants to make an intelligence check to pass it with a hard DC.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna try when I pull mine. What is the status of Mansell's and Flamora's when I initially pull mine?
So it doesn't affect mine.
Your
My door is
doesn't affect
over.
Mansell, his door is closed and off by default. And Flamora's is closed and off by default.
All right. So what happens to Flamora's when I pull mine? Just to make sure I have this.
Her
right.
door will close and her light will turn on.
It's closed by default. Is it opened when he hits? Is that what you meant?
Okay. So after she pulls his, after she pulls hers, Mansell, pull yours.
Yep. And that'll close mine, open her door.
Then I'll pull mine again. Then Flamora, pull yours again.
I didn't take enough notes on this thing. I might have fucked up again. Let me see if I can figure it out on my own, because I'm lost here. Hold on. I thought this was more straightforward than it actually is turning out to be.
Gotcha.
So, open on. Goes to closed off, open off.
VG made a puzzle that even he is stumped
I made
on.
this like a month ago. I don't remember the solution. I didn't take good enough notes on it.
Wait,
Were
hey,
you drunk by chance?
I'm trying.
I know, like I'm saying, like even I can't fucking do it. And I made the damn thing. So hold on. So that one becomes open off. That one becomes open off. That one becomes open. That should be. Pull this one. almost on. Even I'm not figuring this shit out. It was. I have the arrows pointing to where they need to go. But I don't remember how to solve this one exactly. It was solvable. I solved it at one point. That's how I know that this works. I just don't remember what the order of operations was. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it just switches the position of each one, so that should be fine.
So, like, what I was thinking was trying to just think out like which ones affect which, and the first one only affects the top right, and then bottom right only affects. Which one does the bottom right affect again?
Bottom right affects your room and Moyle's room.
Moyle's room. Okay. So top left, bottom left, and then. So if he acted. Well,
I'm sorry, guys. I was helping my father. Have we solved it?
No, no, not at all. Even I can't fucking figure this shit out. I forgot how this puzzle goes, and I didn't take good enough notes on it, so I tried to figure it out. I did forget.
How long have we?
It's been about 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. What I said was about three. In about 3 minutes, I will give you an intelligence check to figure it out. If you can't figure it out in the meantime.
How long have they been trying?
20 minutes.
Since you were gone.
Since you've been
This is
gone.
Well, my dragon starry form ran out. How long in game has this been?
Oh, fucking probably the same amount of time. 20 minutes.
Okay, if it manages to reach an hour, can we take a short? Can I just take a short rest?
You want to take another hour after a short rest? You can.
Fine. Okay, guys. What's the information we know?
Unless you
We
guys are
don't
so
know
stumped
what
you just
the-
want to make the check now.
I would like to make the intelligence check now, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I
same.
can solve this, but I need to know. I don't know the victory condition of this puzzle.
I'm giving whoever is doing the intelligence check a help action. Can I do
I'm
that?
doing guidance on myself, so I will take that as advantage with guidance.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna do it, but okay.
I mean, you're not the only intelligent motherfucker.
You can all.
I
Okay,
have
first
a
of all,
20.
You can all
I have a
individually.
16. That's fairly intelligent.
You can all individually make intelligence checks with any spell buffs you want to, but no advantage.
What were you saying? What were you saying?
I said you can
What were you
all
saying?
individually make intelligence checks without advantage.
The
23.
25 don't even count. Eat shit.
This is also not a history check, it is an intelligence check.
I put intelligence. What?
You did not. You rolled a history check and it rolled 2 25s, which is the completely wrong thing.
It'd be this.
Oof. No. Knowledge checking in the dice don't help me.
That's fine.
Hold on, I'm gonna guidance myself.
It doesn't matter. Strovan figured out the sequence. Got above a 20.
Thank God.
Alright, so.
What is?
At
this
least my
sequence?
character is smart, not my. Even though I'm not.
So the victory condition was all doors open, all braziers lit.
Alright, so so Mansell was right.
At some point, you get that. We'll just say there is a solution to that puzzle that some of us figured out. And the door at the far end of the hallway opens.
That's fire.
It is fire.
That's a lot of fire, sir.
It's quite a bit of fire.
There's indeed a lot of fire.
Oh,
guys,
what the fuck
is
is
this-
that?
Don't worry about it.
What the fuck is that?
So
What the fuck?
So in this
Yeah.
chamber, there are several 7-foot tall pillars that are currently retracted into the floor. The floor, walls, and ceiling are cracked and partially melted from the heat that is emanating from this room, which makes the terrain underfoot a little bit difficult because you have to navigate it without stepping in molten rock. At the end of the hallway, there is a massive snake-like creature with like the lower half of a snake. The upper half has humanoid features, torso and arms, which is currently carrying, I believe, a massive spear. I believe that's what they have.
Okay.
Yeah, it's carrying a big-ass spear, about like 10 feet in length.
Naga, please.
And there are two coiled serpent statues on either side of it. It was currently laying down, coiled in on itself, but as you enter the room, the creature stands at attention with its spear, reaches behind it, and flips a lever. And the coiled serpent statues spew a wall of fire that races down the corridor and stops after this point. You can also see, as he pulls the lever, those pillars extend to block portions of the fire, which you can see before they're engulfed in flame and you can't see them anymore.
Okay.
Joy?
Can I have an idea. Okay,
Well, we're
turn
gonna roll
order,
initiative
fine.
because this is based on turn order. So go ahead and roll initiative for me.
You guys can deal with that.
On it.
I'm going to dismiss Snowy into a pocket dimension.
Okay. The owl is no more for now.
It's like that. Even going near the flame will kill him. So
Anyone else see a ghost, Moyle?
Yeah, there's two.
we don't talk about Ghost Moyle.
Ooh. Ooh. Ghost Moyle.
So it's a lot of fire.
It is indeed a lot of fucking fire.
I think I have a spell to deal with this.
What is it?
It's called Tidal Wave.
Oh.
Do it, I dare you. I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna make it worse by making superheated steam everywhere.
You're right, but I'm gonna try.
Okay. Then. Oops. Descending. Fire. Oops. I shouldn't have done that. Sorry.
To be fair, it doesn't stay, it vanishes after the spell's effects take place. So at most it will just extinguish everything. And then also deal bludgeoning damage.
Have you ever heard of a steam explosion?
Okay.
I have.
Have you heard about tales of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Okay. The salamander stands resolute and holds its action in case anything gets near it for some reason. So I'll switch the music here because I don't like that one. And Flamora, your turn is up.
So, fire is around here, right?
Yeah, the fire ends where the fire ends on the floor. Wherever the fiery floor is, those tiles are considered difficult terrain.
Okay.
This room, by
And
the
I
way,
can't-
is not very tall. This room is like maybe 10 feet tall.
Okay.
So flying is not an option here.
Understood. And I'll just move, like, behind Moyle. I take it I can't see him
Who?
The salamander.
Salamander. Currently you can see him because the pillars are retracted in the ground.
Oh, does he? Oh, he pulled. What does he pull the lever and it just pull lever returns
On
it
his
like that?
turn,
Pulling the lever activates the trap.
on his,
And this is important too.
so
'cause
right
none of you
now
got a
the floor
20.
is just.
So every round on initiative count 20, that wall of fire comes back and the pillars extend. He doesn't have to keep pressing the lever to do that. He just stands there and waits for you to burn to death.
All right, so we need to get behind. We need to get in the space behind the pillars before initiative count 20.
Right. Okay. Cool. I can do that most likely, probably, maybe.
Okay, Josh.
Now, why do I sound like you're doubting yourself then?
Hey, look.
I'm gonna dash up and go over here.
Speed run.
Cool. Good enough.
Speed run.
Zip, zip, zip.
Okay, you go there.
Zip. Mm-hmm.
Strollvan.
So right now, all the red stuff is still safe to walk in, correct, or no?
Actually,
Just
Flamora, from where you were like here, right? So that's 30, 40, 50, 60. You'd have to stop in the fire.
No, it took me 20 feet to get behind Moyle. So.
That's
Okay.
20 feet. That's even further. So 20, 35, 45, 55, and you can't move after that.
If you're doing arrows,
Okay.
I can't see them.
Where would I be?
You can move a maximum
Where?
of up to where my arrow is.
I can't see an arrow.
Why can you not see my arrow? Oh, because I'm on the GM there. My bad. Sorry. So you were somewhere around here. It takes you 35, 45, 55 to get there.
He can
Okay,
duck into that. Can he duck into that alcove?
On the
Like
left.
on. Yeah.
Maybe go
right here?
35, or rather, if you go from here, it'll be 35, 45, 55.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
difficult
on
terrain?
Yeah, the fire is difficult terrain.
Well, it means she
go
can fly.
45, she can't fly here. I told you that
It's
already.
10 foot zero.
You could scoot around. Technically, this tile is fine. You could scoot around that. So you could, if you wanted to use 35, 45, 50. You could go 50 feet and go behind that pillar.
Okay, I'll go behind here.
Yeah. Okay.
Enter.
Now it's Strollvan's turn.
If I use action dash, that will give me 60 foot of movement. 30 will be spent there, then it will take me additional 15 to get through to here, correct?
Yeah, so you'd have to go 30, 40, 50, 60. If you dashed. If you did Blade Song, it makes you faster, right?
Yeah,
So
that will get me 80 feet total.
then you can make it there.
Why are you measuring up from there? Strovan's here.
Strollvan's not there on my screen. That's why.
He is on ours.
On
Strollvan's
my
down here for me. He's in this spot, as far as I'm
Well,
concerned.
like for me,
There we go.
Tavanta's here. Well, on my screen, he just moved down.
Yeah, he was on this square. That's why I was measuring from there. So
On my screen, Chance and Moyle are sitting here. Tavanta's here. Monswell and his turret are there.
yeah, but Strollvan was not in the space where he was. He was down here somewhere. That's why I was measuring from that. And he was even measuring from there as well. So
Yeah, I don't know who moved my token, but I was down there.
he's down here.
So you might want to reload your screen.
So that's 30,
Well, I mean, it's back to where it was now.
40, 50, 60. 65 movement to get to a space if you have the Blade Song active.
We're most likely going to fight this thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
we kinda
yeah.
need to-
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
absolutely.
I'm gonna rip into this bitch.
My problem is I can't fight it.
You have Firebolt. Oh yeah, good. Autumn Fire Spell, motherfucker.
By the way, Salamander.
Autumn Fire Spell, bitch.
Yeah,
can't
fuck
see
it. I'll
them,
Blade Song and I'll get over there.
Okay. So with Blade Song Dash, you can get behind that pillar's space.
And my turn.
There's a reason why I was planning on getting Elemental Tide up first chance I got.
15, and then 25,
I don't get why you're laughing. My fireballs what saved your ass last combat.
45, 55 is about as far as you can go.
I don't know why you're laughing. The reason that we were in the fucking first what was it called?
I mean, I'm not laughing.
It's all good. We're fine.
Dead Man's Moss. You were the one whose fireballs caused all of us to nearly get torn to shreds first.
50, and then so I have 45 feet of
Ladies,
movement left if
ladies,
I
you're both
dash.
pretty.
I didn't want to say that. Thank you for saying it for me.
15. If you dash, you have 45 feet of movement up. That's 25, 35, 45, 55, and then you can't move any further than that.
Gotcha, because it's difficult terrain.
Yeah, unless you can teleport somehow.
Can I teleport?
I don't know. Do you have Mystic Step?
Not at all.
There you go.
I have no way of teleport. I'm just asking you if I can.
No.
Gotcha.
Unless you want to teleport to the afterlife, in which case just stand where the fire is.
Send me to the. Nah, I got send my character to the piss dimension real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's the fiery piss dimension, though. It's like the hell of the piss dimension.
Oh fuck that shit, dog. I'm good. I think I'm
Wait,
gonna.
I'm about to say.
Burning piss dimension.
Anyway. That's awesome. That'll just end my turn.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait till I can get more movement.
Moyle's up.
Okay, this is a dumb question. How well lit is that room
It's lit.
Motherfucker.
with the fires out?
It's still well lit. The glowing fire underneath you is giving it at least a decent amount of light that pervades it. You don't have to worry about
All
it.
right. There's a reason why I was asking.
No, you have the shadow thing. So unfortunately, no, shadow blend is not going to work in this chamber.
Well, I mean, if we had the darkness spell,
That is true.
Moyle will just walk up here, and I guess he just stays there.
Okay. Chance, you're up.
The pillars are down, right?
Pillars are down currently.
Let's see, what's the range on this? Well, I will step forward, kind of getting his space that way for a second. I'll move in, cast a spell, then move back out so I don't stay in his space for our rule on that.
Whose space?
Muscles.
Oh, okay.
I'll move in there, cast lightning bolt because that guy is standing still, and then step back.
Fair enough.
I can now not hear.
Pull up his dexterity saving throw.
If he was the, guy say, hey, you finally passed the test, congratulations, greeter.
He succeeds.
Oh, he passed, and I rolled a lot of ones.
Well, that's unfortunate. 8 points of damage to the salamander as the lightning bolt strikes it in the chest. Or, well, it doesn't strike it, I guess. It would just kind of dodge out of the way, but still take some residual burns.
Yep. That's all I got.
Okay. Perfect. Tavanta's up.
I can see the motherfucker currently, right?
You can.
Just give me my measuring tool real quick.
All I know is next time I level up on changing, I need to remember to change up Wrist Flame for a different spell, because I can change spells on level.
He's 105 feet.
I can hit the bastard. Perfect. I'm going to shoot him with a guiding bolt.
Go for it.
Ha.
15 just hits.
Perfect.
14 points of radiant damage. Next attack has advantage. Is that all you're doing? Are you
Kid.
gonna move at all?
I'm staying right here.
So this salamander hasn't said anything since we opened the thing, right? No words at all.
Nope. He just flipped the switch and is standing at attention.
It would be very awkward. It would be very awkward when he just is a greeter and supposed to test you, and that was it.
No, I mean, he never said. According to VG, the guy hasn't said anything. So.
Nope. So out of the fiery cracks in the floor, from the magma itself, a little tiny little imp thing comes out and is going to try and attack Strovan.
These motherfuckers!
Yeah.
I love imps.
I hate you, VG. I hated those when they cropped up last time in the last game.
I love imp.
Yeah, he gonna try to. Actually, he's not gonna move up close to you. He's gonna stay there, and he's gonna cast heat metal on your sword there, Strovan. Okay.
On the right
so
side, if you drop the sword, you're not gonna lose anything because
You're gonna take-
magic's not really destroyed.
you're gonna take 2d8 fire damage to start off.
Can someone cast counterspell?
No.
Yes.
Does it roll it? Yeah, it does.
Oh, you can. Oh yeah, I forgot you have counterspell.
Yes, castle.
Okay, sure.
I like to make concentration check to hold it.
You can't. I mean, he's getting counterspelled, so it doesn't happen anyway.
Aw,
Yeah, you're welcome to counterspell the heat metal. I don't care.
I don't have third level spells, so.
I'm talking
You
about
don't,
Okay.
but Flamora does.
Flamora did it.
Yeah.
No, he
There
was
you
asking
go.
me if I want to. Never mind. Go ahead.
And then yeah, he is there. That's where he exists now. For the second one, it's gonna pop up right there, and he's gonna cast heat metal. So now you can do that.
Which one is casting?
The one directly behind you. So you take 3 points of fire damage, and you actually fail your con save, so you have to drop your rapier.
I'd like to use a reaction.
2.
Silvery Barb.
You can't, unfortunately. So here's another thing, by the way. When I was reading all my books this last week,
Okay.
even I know that Matt brought this part up, but I found a bit of text that contradicts him. So you cannot use your reaction on your turn to cast a spell when you've already cast a spell. Now, you can do
I
this in
didn't
this
cast a
instant.
spell.
I know, I got you. So I'm working through it in my head, but you can do this for this one. But just keep in mind, on your turn, you will not be able to silvery barbs things from now on. Just as a heads up. I realize it's not your turn. I get it. So this one, you can silvery barbs it. Does that work for this?
It's any D20 roll.
Right, but do you have to cast it on yourself, or what is silvery barbs as text? Because he's not making a roll, so.
Does-
Yeah, so he's not succeeding on any d20 rolls, so this just goes through, and you drop your sword.
Wait, so Silvery Barb.
Silvery barbs
Can I do
works
something
on
else?
a triggering creature. You can't cast it on yourself.
Okay, can I do something else then?
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you have a reaction to do it.
Yeah, Absorb Element.
Yeah, sure, go for it. You take 1 point of fire damage instead of 3, and you drop your sword.
That doesn't.
No, that's not worth it. No, I'm just gonna take the 3 and just save the spell slot.
Okay. So 3 points of fire damage. You drop your sword. It is now glowing red hot, and this method has concentration. Okay. On initiative count 20, the wall of fire returns and sweeps across the chamber. The 2 pillars in front of you raise up and block the fire, protecting you from damage. Salamander gets to go. What is the throwing range of his spear? It is 60 feet with disadvantage. Are any of you in range of 60 feet? No. Okay, so he's not going to try and do that. Cool. He's just going to... He'll take the dodge action, I guess, because he can't do much else. Flamora?
Well, that would negate the guiding bolt bonus, unfortunately.
What negates in the guiding bolt? What?
Thing
You
took
took
dodge
the
action.
dodge action, so it's just a straight roll statement.
Okay.
I would like to Ray of Frost this fucker.
Sure.
So-
You definitely hits for sure. He is vulnerable to cold, so it is 14 points of cold damage.
Oof.
And he
Good
needs
to
make a con
know.
save.
Good to know.
Fortunately, heat metal is still up.
Unfortunate. You know, I'm just gonna stay where I am and turn.
15, 20, 25, 30. You could move to the next pillar if you wanted to. You take an attack of opportunity, but you could.
You know what? I'm gonna misstep there.
Yeah, sure. Poof.
I get one
You
piece.
still have other movement too now as well, so you could go even further than that if you wanted to.
I'm
You could
good.
go 5. You could go,
Oh.
10, 15, 20, 25 to get to the next pillar up.
Okay. I'll do that. End turn.
Sick. Strovan, you are up.
How to take care of this imp so I could get my rapier back?
I mean, you probably have your normal rapier still, your non-magic one. You have a
True.
backup.
You do have your backup.
Got rid of it.
What do you mean you got rid of it?
He didn't get rid of it, I don't think.
The Strovan
Unless you're
just
saying you did.
leave it.
You can toss the fucking
No.
rapier aside if you want to, but I would
It's
assume you
not
have
like
it
I don't
up.
have the strength to fucking carry it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to handicap myself. I'm going to attack this fucker with a spell.
Sure.
Because I'm also a fucking wizard.
That does work.
Yep.
What do you use?
Wizard
Forget-
moment.
Don't know what that is.
I don't know why that didn't work.
It has no text. Whatever that is needs to be fixed. Hey, there we go. Okay. What is that? Is it intelligence saving thing?
Or
Yeah, intelligence saving thing. And that's the one closest to you, yeah?
yep, that one that's holding concentration.
Yeah, methods are not smart. That's probably a fail. So he's gonna take how much damage? Jesus.
3d6.
10 psychic.
Well, he dies. And as he dies, he explodes. Because that's what methods do. Make me a
I
dex
didn't
Yeah.
even
saving
see the
throw,
damage he
please.
rolled.
He rolled a 10.
What damage you rolled for the Mind Silver?
10.
10.
The thing had
I
8,
don't
I
see
think
it.
had 8 HP left. So.
I'm gonna refresh my page then.
No, I don't. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Make me a dex save, Stroll.
I have advantage on these because Blade Song is up.
Easy enough. You take 3 points of fire damage.
Again with the 3s?
Yeah. Saved for half.
And okay, can someone stream the thing right now? Because Roll20 is gonna be taking a next month to load in.
I'm sure somebody can.
Thank you, Bree.
Okay. Okay, so that's your turn, right? Unless you want to move.
Item interaction, pick up my rapier and my I just used a cantrip, right?
Yes.
You could probably move to the next safe space. You'd probably take an attack of opportunity though.
Wait, why
From
didn't
what?
it move in? Did
Well,
the other move in?
It was there. It spawned there. It didn't move anywhere.
Oh. Oh yeah, on my screen it was back and to the left.
10, 20, 30.
Back 1 to 11. Yeah, no, on my screen it's still not where it is on Bree's screen.
Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit wonky.
Like the
Well, I guess you saw.
the method's here on my screen.
10,
5,
10,
Yeah, that method's still alive.
10.
20, 30.
You can stop.
I have 40, remember?
Yeah. 30, 40.
Right?
Mhm.
Bonus action, Misty Step.
There you go. Poof on over to the other side.
So yeah, again, I still want to say that for some reason the fucking method's here.
There is one there.
There's one over here. Yes.
Well, on Bree's screen the method's here for some reason.
Yeah, it's not. It's not there. It's in this space.
Also, Bree, you can stop showing now. Go for it.
That is my turn.
Cool.
Right.
Monsieur's
Very
next.
good, yeah.
So it looks like this guy is not there. He's here. That's crazy. Yeah, gotcha. I'll just mental note. I'll see if I can. Why did it just? Okay.
I moved to
I'm not
update it to see if it would fix it.
It did. Thank you. So I'm gonna move. Would that be? Would this be 30 or this be enough for 30?
10, 20, 30.
Gotcha. Ah,
Or you can go 10, 20, 25.
would I still be able to hit this guy?
Yeah, the pillars
Actually,
are
would it-
currently down.
Awesome. Okay. Then I'll do that. Because my cannon is tiny, it's gonna be moving with me.
Sure.
So action, and actually I can't cast Firebolt as much as I wish I could. But actually we'll just do the bonus action Force Ballista.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's gonna hit. 4 points of force damage, and it is pushed 5 feet away.
Really? Is every spell I have freaking fire related? That's hilarious.
And Strovan is now in the way of my last lightning bolt. Good. Great.
Would that work for me?
I mean, you could
Also-
also
also,
try
that's
to move.
That's not me being upset. That's me just saying like, inconvenient.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not me being actually upset. Just for the record.
Hey, forgive me. 2. Did I really just push him 5 feet out of the way of Thunderwave? That is amazing.
Yes, it did.
That is awesome.
You still have
Good move.
5. You have 5 feet of movement. So if you want to be crushed by the pillar, you can move there and then thunderwave it.
I'll move there and use my action to evade the pill. No.
Okay, here.
I'll just dash.
Okay.
1,
25, 35, 45 will get you there.
45. That's full movement. Sure. I'll stay there for anybody else who wants to go there. That'll end my turn.
Moyle.
10, 15. Let's see. 20, 30. Mole's gonna bonus action turn off the
Turn off the thing.
turn off the
Cool. Lights extinguished from Autumn's star. Chances up.
and hey, that's his. He hasn't taken an action yet.
Yeah. Well, okay, sure. You want to hold it for in case the method comes close, I'm assuming?
Yeah, hold his action to smack the nearest hostile that gets in range.
Okay. Sure. Okay, now chances up.
Smacks the vodka because he's always hostile towards Moyle.
Yeah, that's true.
Now,
Just reach out.
is
and
there
slap
any
Starfire
way
with
I
it.
can? Is there any way I can angle a lightning bolt where it'll hit the salamander and not Strovan?
No.
All right, had to ask.
Side hallway.
Yeah, tight hallway.
Yeah, I had to ask because like, hey, this thing's a large creature, maybe a bit taller, or I can angle it up. Roll 20. I swear to God, if you did what I seriously think you did.
We'll just delete all your stuff.
Oh, no, it's there. Okay, it took us on the load. Okay, that nearly had an aneurysm.
No, yeah, are you on your phone?
No, PC, mobile hotspot.
Oh, that's why. Hotspot's not the best in the world.
I don't have much other options.
I know.
I will, like, I guess, because I don't have an option, that method's taking a light crossbow shot.
Sure. Just pull out your actual crossbow and shoot.
Well, what the fuck else can I do? I can't
You
fire
don't have a
the
lot
thing.
of options. I'm just saying. That's how it goes sometimes, man. 12 does hit,
It's what it is.
and it does 10.
What happens when you have only fire spells?
That's actually really decent in terms of damage. You rolled
Yeah,
max.
because I rolled max.
Fuck yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that method takes a fucking shot through the chest, and it's not looking super happy.
Shot through the heart.
Okay.
Are you gonna move any closer?
I'll move up to here, yeah.
Hey, Flamora.
Excuse me?
Yeah, another method comes out of hiding there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
And he is going to... You're not really wearing anything metal or carrying it, right? So he's just gonna claw you. 13 hit?
No.
Cool, he misses. Devonta.
Oh, so you're rolling on the GM layer again.
That is true. Sorry, it was a 13 to hit though. Still missed.
Strovan, that's unfortunate positioning. How do you feel about taking some bludgeoning damage?
I don't know.
I don't like it much, so
Fine. I was gonna send a tidal wave down that
Just
at the
sweep
very end.
everybody.
Well, no, it's only 30 feet. It's only affects a 30 feet thing.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
you can. What happens is you spawn it a certain feet away, and then it moves up to 30 feet, right? So if you move up to where you are, it spawns. What's the range of it? Like 90 feet or something?
Range of it's 120, so I could center it on the salamander.
Yeah, you could. You could just sweep the salamander around.
But then everyone else would get ouched.
Not really.
No,
You could just.
Because you can.
No,
you can
no,
make it
slow
sweep
down,
side to
slow
side so
down.
that it doesn't hit anyone else. You choose the direction from which the water comes. So if you wanted to do it side to side and just cover the end of the hallway, I believe you're within range of it. So
Let me double check tidal wave because I for
I have
sure
this on my
thought
wizard
that
that I use on Sundays. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? Because it's 120 foot range, but then it goes 30 feet long.
the area can be up to 30 feet long. Okay, so I don't have to.
You don't have to.
All
use
right, I'm
the-
gonna drown a.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drown a
definitely
salamander.
Go ahead and conjure that tidal wave there. What does he have to make, a dex save or something?
He has to make a dex save. Yeah.
Sick.
Ooh. 21 damage.
He fails. So,
Oof.
yeah, that's 21 points of bludgeoning damage as the salamander is engulfed in water and chucked into the side of the wall.
Yeah. Does that put out the fire near him?
It does, yeah. So, how long is the line? Or how wide is
Give
it, rather?
me.
10
Give
feet
me
wide.
the-
Up
10
to
feet
10 feet wide. Up to 10 feet. Nice.
So yeah, you can extinguish like this section of fire, so it's not difficult to anyone.
Well, it's gonna go away at initiative count 20. It's gonna go right back where it was.
That's true. I'm towards the end. Oh well, I tried. Well, I knocked him down, so meh.
He is prone. Oh, okay. I didn't read that part. Well, he's prone, so yeah.
Means he moved. I mean, he still has to do his action to stand. Like,
Well, it actually
Is there a
it
button
extinguishes
on-
flames within 30 feet of it. So if the line is there, then basically everything here is also extinguished. So those squares are no longer difficult terrain.
it would suck if it would be better if my initiative was higher. Oh well, I tried, guys.
You did good.
I just wanted to hurt the fucker.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So everything within that box is no longer difficult to hit.
And Chauvin got a light shower.
It's refreshing.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
That whole area
No
is
problem.
it's a fucking fog cloud of steam at this point.
Yeah.
What I'll actually do is
yeah.
I'll make that area also lightly obscured.
Well, there you go.
Ah, you bitch.
Gotta use that environment, baby. I love it. Are you gonna move any, Tamanta?
No.
Okay. Next up in initiative order is.
But yeah, it's lightly obscured so motherfuckers can hide. Nice.
So this guy's gonna move down here, and then he's gonna breathe fire on Montsail.
What the fuck?
So
Methods, man.
make
They
a
fucking whack.
make a dex save for me.
We fucking hated methods in the last campaign.
Yeah.
They were ice. They were ice methods.
Yeah, they're little fuckers. I love them.
Little
They're
elemental.
annoying.
Oh, if you love him, why don't you marry
Oh,
him?
you
I
actually
was
failed it.
muted that whole time.
5 points of
Wait,
fire
oh.
damage.
Ah!
You dumb motherfucker.
How was I dumb?
I'm sorry, you undexterous motherfucker.
I have a +3.
That's unfortunate.
You have
Yeah,
you,
no.
You
You
unlucky motherfucker.
Should have had a +1.
you two left-footed motherfucker.
I'm sorry. Are you not a wizard?
No, I'm an artificer.
You still have access to absorb element.
Yes, I just don't have it prepped.
It's also 5 feet of. it's
What
only
the
5 feet of
shit, man?
I mean, we
It's
didn't
also-
know we were going into the elemental plane of
It's
fire.
yeah, like it's also 5 points of damage. Like, chill.
It's all good. Next method is going to do the same thing to Strovan. That'll make me a dex
I'm not doing.
Wait. If it's slightly obscured, does he get a bonus to this?
save. I don't know.
I get advantage either way.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yeah, he does have advantage. Well, you make it, so 5 points of fire damage. And the next one in initiative order is going to catch you in a crossfire with another one. So go ahead and make me a second dexterity saving throw, please.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Eat shit.
Easy enough. 2 points of fire damage from that fireball. Cool. On initiative count 20, the fire sweeps across the room, but none of you that are in it are harmed by it. Salamander now gets to attack because he can do that.
Well, he's
gonna
also
get up.
prone.
No, he's gonna get up, and then he's gonna fucking chuck his. Actually, no, because the pillars are down and you're close, so he's gonna move up here and stab you.
I mean, he has disadvantage because obscured.
Yeah, he has to move within 5 feet, so he has to go there.
If you can keep him there and have him get squished.
Actually, it
That
would be
would
better
be-
if he goes here and then chucks his spear at you. So he's gonna do that
Damn it! I shouldn't have said shit.
because otherwise, Strovan has to move up to where the pillars are to get to him. Okay, so spear thrown. Wait,
Or he could just take a 5-foot step you that way. Poke.
It's obscured. Search up the site rules real quick.
By the way, just want to say, we have an advantage to hit him still.
Yeah, because he hasn't been attacked yet.
Yep.
Yep. We did good. Trying to find this. Okay, lightly obscured area. Creatures have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. He does not have disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that's heavy obscured, isn't it? Yeah. you're right.
Yes. Because otherwise, in a heavily
tried
obscured
to
area,
help-
it would be blinded, but it's lightly obscured, so it's just a normal roll. Here we go. It was a 10, so it doesn't matter. And as he throws it, his spear returns to his hand after.
Oh.
Don't take this the
Please.
wrong way, but fucking spear chucker.
Alright, Flamora's up.
I'm go.
Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. He does have
Aw.
an attack. He can actually reach you with his tail. So he's gonna tail sweep you too. Sorry. That's 11, doesn't hit.
It-
Okay, now go.
It did not come from behind.
It came from behind.
I'm gonna go blast salamander with a ray of frost.
Sure.
I have a quick rules question. For you,
17.
12 points of cold damage.
If this place is obscured, would it qualify for Shadow Blend?
No, because it has to be within dim light or darkness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not dim light or darkness. It's just obscure.
Okay, I had to ask.
Okay. So yeah, that cold damage seems to really hurt the salamander there.
Okay, and fuck.
Next character, I'm making a Blizzard Lizard Wizard.
Okay.
Entered.
Sick. Strollvander up.
Please hit this fucker. Please.
Hit him with the force of God.
Wait, is there a lever that he did to turn the snakes on?
Yeah, that's at the back of the room. Over in the
Yeah, so how
Oh.
far is that?
From you, if you go 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. You can
No, that's
get
not difficult terrain anymore.
there. Oh, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, you can get there on this turn and not take any attacks of opportunity.
Flip
I
that
pulled the lever. I mean, turn it off.
If you want to not take attack of opportunity, you have to go here. The lever's on the snake, though, so you can still pull it. I'm just saying that you can't move like all
Yeah,
the way back.
sure, I'll pull it.
Okay, cool. Great. Lever is pulled, and it should count 20 disappears.
And all the fire is gone?
Yep. Well, the fire on
That
the
was-
ground remains, but everything in that square is extinguished, and the fire no longer happens.
I'm
So
assuming.
Tidal wave was a good idea.
So there was item interaction to turn it off, correct?
Yes.
Or was that action?
No, it's item.
In that. Okay, in that case, I'd like to stab this fucker. I assume I don't have advantage still?
No,
You do.
How? I thought it was the first attack.
He hasn't been attacked since.
It should have
Oh,
had
no.
Ray of
on
Frost.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck.
Advantage should have. In
Wait,
fact,
shouldn't-
Flamora, roll again with advantage to see if you get a natural 20.
Okay.
That's a good
Give me
call.
one.
Because if you crit it, then that does a lot of damage.
Yeah. Submit.
Okay, no. So we're just gonna take the.
6.
We'll take the 6.
I mean,
Okay.
isn't
Well,
your,
actually,
isn't your
no,
rule
I'm
normally
sorry,
take
hold
the first valid roll?
Per my own rules, we take the first valid roll. You are correct. So that's 28 points of damage. Let me add 12 first of all. Undo that, and then minus 28. Yeah, that really hurt at this point. Holy fuck.
How hurt is he?
Very. He's getting down there for sure.
Mm.
You can see like his body was very luminescent before. Now it's very, very dull and caked in ice in some portions of it.
I'm gonna go full tanky. Bonus
Open
action,
away.
Shield of Faith. Gives me 2 more additional armor.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna try to hit this guy as an action.
Go for it.
Booming Blade.
Oh.
Nice. That is exactly 19, which is what you need to kill him.
I don't think you
Yeah.
should have paid because it isn't a bonus action to interact with an object.
No, it's just part of your movement.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
okay. I'm thinking another system where interacting with stuff is an
Yeah,
action.
different thing. But yeah, no, this was just part of the movement. He ran over and flipped it off, and then whirled around and stabbed it right through the chest and killed it. Let me see if it when it dies, it does anything special. I don't think it does.
It explodes.
You did hit it with a melee attack,
Self-destruct.
so you are gonna take 8 points of fire damage, straight up.
Mm.
8 points of fire damage, and make me a con save.
Can't say for what?
Concentration, Shield of Faith.
Okay, I have advantage, and I get to add intelligent modifier to this. I don't, do you really want me to roll?
I mean, yeah.
What's the lowest you can roll?
Ah,
Lowest you can roll is
30-20.
5. So, yeah, fair enough. You're fine. Shield of Faith is still on. Still a chance of failure, so we still need to roll it. Cool. That is your turn, unless you have somewhere else you want to do.
The action, bonus action movement. I might want to get over here in case the fire starts back up again, but that's about it.
There. So you move 25 feet. You have another 15 if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm staying back here.
Okay. Moyle.
Got you. I'm going to bonus force ballista this guy.
Okay.
Actually, no, I learned my lesson. I'm gonna thunder wave first.
He doesn't have anywhere to go. Con save. This is that. 3. It's a failure. He takes 9 points of damage and dies.
Gotcha. Is this still difficult terrain?
Yes.
Or was that change?
Still
Gotcha.
damage.
So 10, 20, 25?
Yeah.
Cool. Pillage down?
Yep.
I'm gonna force ballista this guy. How would that work?
The pillars are now down permanently, but you have a bonus action to shoot him from wherever you are, so it doesn't matter where you move first.
Gotcha. Because now I'm trying to like force him this way once and get him to be crushed by the pillar. Because I think that'd be
not
hilarious.
gonna raise because it's
If you can,
Ah!
because you can go, what, 10, 20, 25, 30. If you move there, you can push him.
I think it's just. Oh wait, I have disadvantage though.
You would have to.
Because yeah.
Or
so-
if you wanted to go like, let's see, 10, 20, 30, then you can do it.
and I take 5 damage. Are the pillars gonna raise again?
No.
Nah, then fuck
No, the
it.
trap has been disarmed twice already. So.
Gotcha. Actually, then I'll just do 5, 15, 20, 25 then. Or no,
If you go here, you don't have disadvantage as well.
I gotcha. I just don't know if the fire's gonna start up again, that's all.
I mean, it's not unless the switch gets flipped again.
The trap has been
Okay.
disarmed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh no,
Unless-
Strovana is under mind control.
Unless the
Oh.
method can fly over there and pull the switch again.
Strovan wouldn't let anything happen to that switch. Switch.
Still it?
22 for 12?
Sure. 12 points of fire. Force damage. Fucking ow.
Yeah.
And it's pushed.
Alright, that's your turn. And pushes that.
Yeah.
Moyle.
Turn endo.
Because it's sort of terrain here, and I assume the fire resistance does nothing with difficult terrain here at all. So
Yeah, you don't take damage for walking on the floor. It's just difficult to walk on it.
yep. Dash, so it's 5, 15, 25, 35, 45,
40.
40, 50, 60.
Well, 55. If you want to move there, that'll be your full 60.
Yep, okay, yep, right there.
Sure. Chance.
Crossbow bolt on that guy.
Sick. Hit him.
Oof.
That's a miss, unfortunately. It is that one's turn, actually. Let's see if it gets its fire breath back. Wait, this one didn't use fire breath, did it? It tried to claw for next time. So this one's actually just going to do fire breath. Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw for Mora.
Understood.
Succeed, so 2 points of fire damage.
I believe I'm resistant because tiefling.
Yeah,
It's
you took
2 after
8,
everything.
So quarter of that is 2.
Oh, okay.
That is its turn. Tavanta.
Hi, I'm gonna just frostbite that method. That
How far
attack
do you need to be
Flamora.
away from people to frostbite them?
60, which I just measured, and I was like 55, so I'm just gonna get
Sick.
right here. Yeah.
What is that, a saving throw?
It's con save.
That's probably a failure.
That is a failure.
And he's probably
That
dead.
is bad.
You just have to roll. You have to roll 5 damage or more on your frostbite.
It's not. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix my sheet. It's not a level spell.
It fixes it. It rolls. You're fine. And the method dies. Moyle and Flamora need to make deck saves.
Why did?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
There we go.
Why is he getting a bonus? Oh, plus. Okay.
I just took that off. Yeah,
Yep.
deck save 15 saves, so he rolled a 6, which means 3 and then 1. So Flamora takes 1 point of fire damage and Moyle
It's unfortunate with that first roll. That wasn't even my fucking fault that it fucked up.
That's fine. Okay, and then Moyle, that's 6 points of fire damage. I don't know, does Moyle have resistance?
Yes, so 3.
Okay, 3 points of fire. Thick. What else, Tavanta?
He has a resistance from Monostar.
Savanta.
Does
That
it have
was
to be
10
lit for him to
feet.
have resistance?
What?
Check on if it has to be lit for him to have resistance. Because he doesn't have it lit right now, so that might be a factor.
I
No,
moved
it
10
just
feet.
says the wielder of this weapon also has advantage on crystal checks when interacting with Fane, resistance to fire damage.
Okay, then you're fine. So you use your action to cast the cantrip. You moved like what, 5 feet? What else you want to do?
10 feet. I'm not gonna be that much. How? Just straight line as far as I can get through the fire.
Okay, so 20, 30.
Cool. I will be there.
All right. Next method is the one
Step into
closest
the
to
room for the
Strovan.
first time.
One closest to Strovan is going to fly up to you, and well, he's going to go here. Actually, he'll go here. Because he can hit me from there. And then he'll fire breath you. Success. 3 points of fire damage. And then go ahead and make me that con save. Easy enough. Next Mephit is going to fly on over. It can get over here so it can do its death burst when it dies. And well, actually, let's do this. First, it's going to go here, and then fire breath, and then it'll move to the end space. So, Flamora and Moyle, go ahead and make me deck saves again.
So Moyle takes 1.
Okay. Oh, he takes 2. Oh no,
5 and
six,
half
yes.
and half again.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. And you take 1. Easy enough, and then he moves to this space. And now it's Flamora's turn.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna shoot this one with Ray of Frost.
Go for it.
Disadvantage.
Why at disadvantage?
This guy's within 5 feet of you.
Oh. Oh, fuck it. I'll move right here.
Okay. So try and smack you. Misses.
Understood.
It doesn't hit.
Yep. Okay, and now I'm going to attempt to blast that guy to the Ice Age.
Sick.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
The Ice Age.
The Ice Age!
Come on, we have to kill the methods.
I can't do an Arnie voice.
Get to the chopper.
You have to swallow it to your throat.
So that's 13
dying.
frost
I
damage.
smoke my stogie
That's
anywhere I want. Because I'm a man, I'm not a pussy like you.
That's 26.
Oh yeah, yeah. For what, 26 points of cold damage? Yeah, it's dead. Explodes in a shower of magma.
Well, 26 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they only have 22 HP, so it's 100% dead.
Mm.
So that's
End turn.
10, 20. You have 10 more feet of movement if you want to move in the square. Other than that, it's Strovan's turn.
Ah, gee, Rick. Options.
Turn myself into a method, Morty.
Oh my god.
Again, there was the lichen pickle, whatever the fuck it was. Lycanthro pickle.
Monsieur's using me as a weapon, Morty. I'm Sickle Rig.
Why do we all laugh at that? No. No.
Yeah, I'm not laughing. I'm shaking my head at you. I'm just disappointed.
All of you take psychic damage.
I counterspell that psychic damage because I thought that was actually kind of funny.
It's funny.
You have to see it. You have to see it. You can't see it, therefore you can't counterspell
You have to
it.
be a true intellectual to get my humor, Morty.
Yeah, I have a side with it. Ray of Frost. Seems like a thing everybody's doing.
Sure.
I have the poor man's ray of frost, which is frostbite.
Actually, no. I am actually 14 out of 38 because I've been taking hits. So I'm gonna use my action and 3rd level spell slot to heal myself.
Right, you actually have the same max HP as Moyle.
I was gonna suggest after the fight I chalice heal everybody and then we take a short rest.
He doesn't know that in this moment.
Yeah, I might go down if there's more method. I've been taking hits a lot.
I know.
And I'm a wizard mostly. You know what wizards are known for? Dying from 1d4 damage.
Punch in the face 4 times will kill him.
I mean, sure, Strovan is, like a nimble fuck and, he's been dodging shit, but he doesn't have that much HP.
Sure.
I mean,
He's like an Eldar. He's fast, but he's made of paper.
It's a dodge tank.
I mean, for a wizard, I'm still above, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Strovan, heal yourself. Munsell, it's your turn.
So,
Nice. 21.
Look at him cure wounds. He does cure
21.
wounds and he hits like
I'm also
20.
casting it at 3rd level.
man. I cast it at 3rd level and got like a 7. Bullshit. Wait, how are you?
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
You deal 3 damage to him.
Yeah!
Also,
Wait, that count as a success, right?
it hits. Yeah.
It kills?
Wait, hold on. It count as a success, right?
It's a successful D20 roll. Yeah, I think I know.
I like to mind sliver.
Okay, guys,
You mean
stop.
silver
Let him
barbs?
have it.
Well, I don't have it.
It doesn't kill.
Okay, fine.
It doesn't even come close to killing.
If it killed, I would have used woe.
It's so
I would have used.
Why are y'all so mean?
Why are you so mean, guys?
If it ever gets around to this map, it's turn again. It's casting heat metal on the sickle and making you drop it.
Yeah, it's not gonna get that
It's
chance.
not. Moyle, go ahead.
I'm fine with y'all going against me on this. When I finally get it. When that sickle kills.
All right, Monsiel and Moyle make me dex saves as this thing dies.
Oh, why do I stand here?
I don't know.
Alright, Moyle takes the 4th of whatever damage is dealt.
Sure. It's 2d6. So. Oh, 10. Nice. Okay, so 5 halved again is 2. And then for Monsiel, it's just 5 points of fire damage. That's it for this
I'm
one.
inting, bro.
Anyways, I have to go. I'll see you all next week.
Let me do the outro here real quick. I'm gonna put you on the next map so you can see.
Okay.
So the door at the
Oh,
end of
we
the
ending it
hallway
here?
opens. Oh, we ain't done yet. The door at the end of the hallway opens, and in the next room, if I can get your tokens actually situated correctly. Devonta, Strovan.
Oh dear.
Marcel,
Oh dear.
Flamora,
Oh dear, oh me. Oh dear, oh my.
Oh, dear God.
Moyle,
Oh shit.
and Cam.
Oh fuck. I was gonna
Oh.
ask if you could take a short rest first.
You can, it's fine. Okay. So as you guys file into the next room, I'm gonna put a couple of you in the back right here. as you guys file into the next room, you see lit by a raging blazing brazier on the far end. You see a number of pillars flanking the main entrance of this room. Let me see if you can see the thing in the brazier.
Are those cockatrices?
Yeah. So in the brazier itself, there's a massive like fireball, like a blaze. It's easily reaching 10 feet to the ceiling. And out of that fire steps, or rather snakes its way out of this fire, this flaming bodied individual covered in rocky plate armor. It has dual, like really wicked looking, like burnt blackened iron scimitars in its hands, which like dance with embers as it approaches. From out of the fire also you watch these like wisps and tendrils of flame turn into these floating fiery snake-like creatures that then begin to approach you. When we start next week, because I know we're way over time, we will start with combat as the guardian of this sanctum approaches you to defend its prize. So I will see you all next week. Thank you all for joining me. I will be back next week. I don't think I have anything going on. So, barring anything else, we'll be able to play and finish this thing, and you can claim your thingy. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.
But I roll that.